45 minutes to quali. All right, time for me to practice then.
Yeah, go on. Still wait for Gomez. To be fair, I could probably come out and come back in VR before Gomez comes back in.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do that now.
Good luck.
So you hear me?
Yes.
So
Now we can.
so I have one question, and that's how do I get it like in the simmer folder? Which F1 is it?
And hello, looks like we are live. Good evening, everyone. How is it going? It's your boy, Flat Earth Mom, the Flat Gang, Flathead, Flat Earth. Hello, looks like we are. Oh, I can hear myself. I'm still getting used to using Twitch. Anyway, good afternoon, everyone. We are back again for more AF2 action after a fantastic round at Silverstone last 3 weeks. We are now back for round 2 in Fuji, and it is looking great today. We are just in the last 40 minutes of practice, so we will be taking a slow start to the day. As we get going, everyone's just getting warmed up, setting some times in, working out their strategies. So in about 45 minutes, qualifying will start, which will be 20 minutes. Then after that, it will be a 1.5 hour race. And there will be daytime and nighttime transitions, so there'll be a lot to keep track of. There are 2 classes today. We have LMP1s and we have GTEs. All with an interesting mix of cars with some different characteristics, so there'll be a lot of action on the track. We had a great load of battles last week, some really interesting fights for position, so looking forward to it again today. Just watching Khan get to grips of that LMP1. So currently in the pits we have Sleepy. He's looking pretty quick in the LMP1s. I think everyone else is still just getting up. They haven't quite got their fast times in yet. While in the GTE class, not a whole lot of surprises there, as It's Dirty is currently the fastest driver. He's got a few bumps and scrapes on the fronts of his Aston there, so maybe he's had a trip through the gravel. Fun fact, It's Dirty is a top-rated driver in AF. He has 17 podiums out of his 20 starts. That is some incredible statistics. So definitely he is going to be the one to watch in GTE today. So if we just take a quick look at our driver standings. This is our LMP1 standings. Following last week, we have Jens, aka Darth Vader, who is not here today. He took maximum points in the first round, getting pole position, fastest lap, and the win. With Josh Brooks coming in second, Pratik in third. We had Imran Sheikh, who is not here today, I believe, and then Khan in 5th place, a very well deserved 5th place for him. And he's on the track again today, and he's currently 5th in P1, so it'll be very interesting to see if Khan can move his way up. And in the GTE class, we have again It's Dirty with pole and fastest lap, looking really, really strong in 1st place. Danny Rick had a fantastic 2nd back at Silverstone. Absolutely insane. He is driving with a mouse and a keyboard, but he's faster than so many guys with wheels, so it'll be really interesting to see if he can replicate that 1-2 finish for Aston Martin Red Bull Racing today. We had Lipsy with a really well-deserved 3rd last week. He had some problems during the race and fought brilliantly to get up so high. Miguel, another absence today, unfortunately. Verstappen in 4th place, who had the pace last week, but unfortunately spun around a few too many times to get on the podium. We had good battles going down the field too, with drivers like Ben Hayes and Krabs. We had Pro 007 and Al Bolter. We're having some fantastic battles till the last lap, so very interesting to see if we get any more action with those guys today. As we see now, the time cycle is quite accelerated, so the day to night transitions do come along quickly, so you got to be ready for it. If you're not careful, you can be caught out by the sudden onset of nighttime. It's time to get on your lights and then really double check your lines and your braking points for every single corner. You do not want to be making a mistake. I'm just spamming the link to my stream on my social medias to try and get a few people in. We had a great turnout in the stream last week, so I am very interesting to... okay, I'll change that. I'm not so well versed at using Twitch. I'll change that in just 1 second. I'm more of a YouTube guy for streaming personally. Yeah, this is AF2. I just didn't set the Twitch up properly because I go live using my Streamlabs, so... It's going to be quite a long stream today, so we're just getting in the groove. We still have 40 minutes of practice left, so we've got a while before the action really starts, so we're just getting a slow start to the stream. I don't know if you're asking if I'm Josh. I am not. I am the Flat Earth Mom. I am James. I'm taking Josh's place in the comm box today because he is racing. I do not race in AF2. I am I'm an AF3 guy myself. And actually, fun fact, I took my first win in AF3 yesterday. I was very pleased to win at Grobnik in quite a hectic and chaotic race, but I was very pleased. I've been kind of pushing at the front of AF3 since it started, and I'm very pleased to finally get my first win. Yeah, it was. It wasn't my favourite race I've ever done, but it just makes the victory more satisfying. I'm just spamming the Twitch link in a few more places, so... Oh, and it looks like we've had a disconnect. Something seems to not be right. Let's have a look, see what's happening. Oh yeah, I think there's been a server disconnect. Let me just try and get back on this. Yeah, we could say that's one way of looking at it, but it wasn't my favorite race I've ever done. Yeah, I think AF3 needs a little workshopping for the next couple of rounds to make it a bit fairer. But either way, I'm pleased I took the victory. Although I do feel very blessed because a lot of the drivers that were quicker than me didn't turn up yesterday, so they didn't make it too bad. Oh, hi Guinea, how's it going? Oh, I can't seem to get back into the race. Yeah, well, I'm just rectifying. I think I've been kicked out the server. Hang on, let me see if I can get in a voice chat with somebody.
Oh, white. Ah.
Hi guys. I'll just chat to the admins there for a sec and find out what's going on. Okie dokie, right then. So we are currently oh god, what happened? There we go. I'm now in free cam flying around. So let's have a look at this beautiful beautiful Fuji circuit expertly made into Assetto Corsa. So we have this lovely, very tight, very technical first hairpin. You got to really watch out because you're coming downhill here. Not a lot of people realize how steep this corner really is when you're coming down it. So you have a tendency to be kind of thrown off the track due to the camber. So you've got to be really careful here, especially as your tires get older. Then we're flowing up through this fast section into a very tricky, very technical left-hander. Again, Fuji is a very technical circuit. It's a lot harder than it looks. This right sweeper is really fantastic, but all the time your left tires are going, help, 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 I'm dying, and they want to give out. So you've got to keep on top of that. And then yet another tight section. Overtaking can be quite difficult through here as we work our way around to the final sector, where you're met by an incredibly difficult series of left-rights going uphill. These corners are very, very tight. You've got to be so late on the brakes, but you have to kind of just keep it in there as well. This section here as well is almost entirely blind. When you're coming up this in the car, you can barely see anything because you're so low down. You cannot see the apexes. You have to really know what you're doing and be confident with your braking and turning points. And this last corner, it just keeps getting tighter. This big, big right-hander, again, your left tires are screaming the whole way. You've got to be like, where's the apex? It's really hard to pick out. You've got to touch that rumble strip, go straight, don't run wide, don't go onto that AstroTurf because it will cost you time, because this straight is enormous. You get a bad exit on that final corner, it's really going to hurt your next lap. So you've got to maximize this as the best you can. Let's see, are people coming back out the pits? Oh no, and the server seems to have been disconnected again. We'll just get back in and rectify that. The race will be going on for an hour and a half, and it'll be in about an hour the race will start, but at the moment we're having some problems. Here we go, right, let's try and jump back in. But yeah, Fuji is a very difficult track. It's very technical, especially these GTEs which have no anti-lock brakes. They only have limited traction control and a lot of power, so you have to be really kind of on your toes with these cars. And the P1s especially, you have to be driving these things to absolute million miles an hour. You have to be managing your ERS, managing your boost and deploy, watching out for traffic and keeping it on the track. It's going to be a very, very big challenge. We could see some upsets today, actually. Even though there are some very quick drivers, it's very easy to run into some problems, so we'll see what we can do about that. And we are back in Fantastico. Let's try and follow along. I have to wait a minute or two until the, I believe that's Lipsy we're following. It takes a minute or two for the ACTV tower to start loading up with drivers. They have to go past the first sector. Let's park here on the first corner and watch. Watch as everyone comes by. There we have one of the Martini Corvettes. Very nice, chill looking livery. I love anything Martini themed. Sorry, JMGT, I missed what you were. You posted my window closed. It's still taking us a minute just to get started. It's still a long way to go in the stream, so it'll take us a while before we get fully in the swing of it. This is only my second time hosting and commentating for AF, so a lot to get used to for me.
To reserves and baked.
Sorry, I just had to go back into the admin chat for a second, again, we're just working through some technical gremlins. Don't seem to have my ACTV tower back up. No one's set any times yet, so I can only spectate myself unless I go in free cam, which I'm in now. So let's go have a look over these beautiful mountains of Fuji, as you can see from the super-powered helicopter that's faster than anything. What a fantastic looking track, and it is really great to see some aerial angles. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. I don't know what's happened. Probably someone's gone off the track. We've got too many tabs I'm trying to balance up. Can you hear me again? No, I had to just mute the mute my stream for a sec. Control and right arrow can change the car you're viewing. It doesn't work that way in FreeCam how it's working, because I'm using ACTV, so I have to, like, it's a bit weird, and I have to wait for the cars to set laps before it all goes back to normal again. So we'll be able to do it in a second. Control and right arrow. It's just moving me. Here we go. Lipsy has got a time on board. We can go spectate him now, finally. I don't know, Svets. Possibly. I'm not racing in AF1, actually. You know what? I won't be, because it's around the same time as the charged weekly events, which I always race in, so I probably won't be. I'm down to do all of the AF2 races, though, because I like doing the endurance races. It's nice. You get time to actually talk and work out what's going on. Cool. Yeah, I sometimes stream races I'm into, though I haven't been doing it very much lately. I've been a bit inactive. So, all the practice times in the previous session, unfortunately, due to the server restart, were wiped out. So, we'll try and... oh my god, stand by 4. Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's an awful lot managing this community, and the admins do a really good job, working really hard to keep 4 leagues and a weekly event up each week. So, Lipsy's going across the grass there. As I was saying, it is now a restarted session due to technical difficulty. So all the times the leaderboard had been wiped off, so it'll be a race to try and get back on. See who can set the fastest times again. I think the front runners were It's Dirty in the GTE class, and I believe it was Sleepy was fastest in LMP1 before the crash. So at least there's lots of nice daytime for everyone to get acquainted with. Lipsy is doing some grass cutting today. He's gone to the Valtteri Bottas gardening school, it seems. Oh, that sucks, Titan. Luckily, there are drop races, and a lot of people aren't racing today, so there will be. It won't hurt you too bad for the team championship. Who is Charles Leclerc? Is that Is that Titan? So just a quick reminding of our driver standings. Here is in the GTE class after the last race we have It's Dirty took a fantastic Grand Slam with a pole, fastest lap and a victory. I believe he led every lap of the race too. It was a real dominant display from Dirty last week, and finishing second, completing that perfect 1-2 for Aston Martin Red Bull Racing was Danny Rick on the mouse and keyboard. Absolute legend. Lipsy doing some grass cutting at the moment, but he took a good third place last week. He had to really work for that and really fight his way past Matthew Turner, Renrupt and Miguel the Verstappening. So it'll be very interesting to see if he can get a good result today. I believe Dirty and Daniel Ricciardo, the two Aston Martins, are in the league today, but I think Daniel Ricciardo hasn't done as much practice as he would have liked to have done, so Lipsy might be in with a real chance for a second place or a win today if he can keep up with Dirty. Going down the drivers list for GTE today as well. Just having a look, Matthew Turner got a good 5th place last week. He was struggling a little bit with the BOP of the car. I think the Corvette's been hit quite heavily by some of the balance of performance, especially the ballast, given it is a big kind of soft rolly boat. Adding too much weight to it just makes it unstable, so I'll see if he can fight that a bit more today. There are also some points to be made up down the field as well with Allen and Drio and Crab. Lots of very, very interesting drivers looking to get some good results today. In the LMP1 class, famously absent today is Jens, who again took a Grand Slam last week with the pole and fastest lap. Didn't quite lead every single lap of the race, but almost. So the P1 race is up for grabs today. Be very interesting to see if Khan can make his way onto the podium today. He was really good and consistent at Silverstone, despite being on a controller. And he's currently got the fastest time in LMP1, but I'm sure that'll be rolling down soon as Sleepy gets back out on the track. I'll refer to you as Charles then, Titan. Oh, good to have you here. So yeah, we just have a couple more minutes of practice left. Then after that, the fun will really start with qualifying. So just a little text reminder to tell everyone. So we currently have Shallow Watt setting the fastest time in LMP1 with a very nice 28.5. That's a great lap there. Or Lipsy's still doing some grass cutting. And Simon Novak going a little bit faster than Khan. Simon Novak, of course, was the winner of the Race of Champions event last week as Khan takes a couple of tenths off his best time in practice. Currently we have Matthew Turner only a couple tenths off of Lipsy, which I'm sure he'll be very happy about. Especially considering that BOP on the Porsche, sorry, on the Corvette, all that ballast is really going to hurt you on these long straights and tight corners. So probably not going to be the Corvette's track today. Oh, cool. Svets. Yeah, I probably won't be commentating for AF1, but wish you well in it. You're going to be racing against my friend DK, who is very, very quick, so you got to watch out for him. So just look at these lines that drivers are having to take through these corners. They're so tight. You really got to be careful. You cannot overcook it. And again, through this long right-hander, all that time your lefts are just getting hotter and hotter and hotter. You have to try and keep nice and snug, kiss the apex, all like a million of them through this corner. You really got to be careful with these GTEs. If you overheat your rear tyres, you're going to have such a bad day. I'm sure somebody else who's not racing will be hosting and commentating. There are a bunch of people who host in AF and do a really good job of it for all the races, so I'm definitely somebody who will be doing it. Oh, and now we come into this final sector. I have to say I'm not a fan of this sector on a racetrack. I think it's incredibly difficult and unwieldy, especially to get something like a GTE through. All of these apexes are blind. You're having just to kind of trust your muscle memory and your practice. It's a little bit like driving in the dark. Like, you kind of know where you're going and you've got it so down and you've practiced it so many times you kind of don't need to see where you're going, but still it doesn't make it any easier. Oh, cresting that hill, and it's just so difficult to get tight to the apex. Yeah, it's not my favourite section on a racetrack, but I understand why they had to put it there, unfortunately. So, Shallow Watt driving the very dashing... Oh, he's driving Charles Leclerc's car, driving the very dashing Poor Energy... I believe it's a Toyota, driving the Poor Energy Toyota, is currently the fastest time, with Guardrail Hitter currently in second place with this slightly explicit Renault. Oh, and Jens is here. I didn't think Jens was going to make it today, so that's very interesting to see if Jens can be competitive with no practice. Simon Novak driving the Team Charged car with its absolutely fantastic Dayglow livery. Filling in for some fun stickers here. There's some social distancing information. I believe he's driving Loe's car, so maybe the power of Loe will get to Simon Novak today. And well, it's a very un-Loe-esque going off the track there. I love this livery, I have to say. I think it's really, really crazy. It's very original. I'm a big fan. Simon Novak just absolutely yeeting it into the pits. What was that? What are you doing, my guy? Just doing donuts in the pit lane. Oh, and he's Austin Powers it. Oh no. Come on, Simon. Expert driving in AF2 here today, as we can see. Let's just hope he doesn't do that when he makes his pit stop. When Lipsy appears to be going backwards as well. Matthew Turner's getting very close with his practice time, so maybe Lipsy won't be having it his own way today. I'm just looking for when Dirty joins the session, because he's going to be very quick. I have to say, this is very Lipsy behaviour, just stopping on the track and waiting there. Khan is still some way off in LMP1. I'm closing up on those the front pack. This must be such a difficult track to race on a controller. Oh, I think Jens was just in and out the session. I don't think he's racing today. Absolutely incredible driving from Simon Novak there through the pit lane. You'd think, having won the Race of Champions, he'd be good at navigating all these tight, twisty little pit lane style areas. But oh, and Sleepy is back on the server, so it'll be very interesting to see how quickly Sleepy can get back to the top of the leaderboard. I think Shallow Watts had a really fast time too, so I don't know if Sleepy will be able to be on par with that right away. Oh, and Khan's had a little mistake there. there is damage in this league, so you do have to be careful. I know last week Alan was really hurt in the GTE class. He picked up some damage in one of the opening first lap tussles, and he was carrying it all until his pit stop, and it was costing him about 2 seconds a lap. It's a shame because Alan is a very, very fast driver, and it kind of spoiled his ability to get in the fight last time round in Silverstone. So you have to be careful. These cars do damage. And especially at a track like this with all its fast corners, if you're carrying damage around until your next pit stop, it's really going to hurt you. So you can't be a first lap hero. You've got to take it easy at the start of the race. And guardrail hitter has gone off. And he's lagging all over the shop. Ooh wee. Hopefully that's not indicative of a server failure. Excuse me. And John Randall filling in the Raven West car today. Very nice livery made by Pratik, who sadly can't be here today. It's going to be really hard for the P1s to get past some of the GTE traffic today, just because even though Fuji's not the tightest track that you're ever going to race on, but because some of these corners are kind of quite medium-high speed. Oh, there we go, and Matthew is just forcing his way through. He's like, get out of my way, John, you're holding me up. As you can see there aren't wide lines through a lot of these corners, especially for the GTEs. You're going to have a really hard time, being able to leave space for these guys, so it's going to take some planning for the P1 guys to get through the GTE field safely. It is, of course, their responsibility, being the passing car, to get past the lap traffic safely, but when you're in a race situation in the P1s, you just want to get them out of the way as quickly as possible, so we might see some lap traffic accidents between classes today. Hopefully it'll be as clean as possible, but you never know. Now on board with Drio, who had a really good race in AF4 last week. Still looking to make his mark on AF2. I believe, let me have a look at my standings. I believe Drio came 9th place last week behind his teammate Alan, so it'll be interesting to see if those guys can work their way up the team order a little bit this race. Yeah, the line is not wide, and especially just because these GTE cars, they don't have a massive amount of downforce, and you're trying to drive quickly, and these corners are kind of medium to high speed where you're throwing it in and you don't really have space to go side by side. And the faster you go, obviously, the less kind of grip you're going to have relative to, if you were going slower. So while it might look wide, it's really not a lot of space to get past, so you can't really just go offline in these GTEs quite, safely. It's you have to it really slows you down if you're having to kind of let P1s through all the time. Exactly, yeah. Especially if you're in something like the poor old Corvette, you are going to be in understeer city, unfortunately. So we go into the last 10 minutes of practice. And still we have Shallow Watt is still fastest. Sleepy has yet to set a time. I'm not sure what's happened to him. In the GTE class, we have, I believe Drio is currently top. We are still waiting for, there's been quite a change there. So Drio is now fastest in the GTEs. Tellis is second. Matthew Turner, runner-up 76, is now third. And Lipsy is down to fourth. Maybe he's just been doing race pace. I know Lipsy's a very quick driver. And we have Dunn, Crab, and Artur. Now we're checking on Crab, aka Mr. Krabs. He's getting his 4 seconds of screen time that he asked for. And now onto his teammate Artur, driving the two Martini Corvettes. Again, not going to be the best car for today's race, I'm going to have to say, with its BOP. It's really going to be hurting on the straight lines, and that ballast is going to make the car a little bit unstable, but that's what you get when you pick the big V8 monster. The Corvette's a fun car, I like driving it, but It's a little bit OP, so it's got some ballast and some restrictor to bring it back into line, but it doesn't always play out. In more tracks it's going to hurt you than others, so it'll be interesting to see if those guys can pull themselves up a little bit today. We have Alexandru Bolsu is chilling at the back of the P1 class, just getting to grips with the car. Oh, and it's Dirty finally goes top. Wow, with almost 2 seconds clear of the field. That is quite an alarming lap time from Dirty there. I don't know if these guys are doing race sims, if Dirty's on soft tyres or low fuel, but that is shockingly fast compared to the rest of the field. That's only 6 seconds off the back of the LMP pack. That is shockingly fast from Dirty there. Of course, he did take the Grand Slam, led every lap of the race last time around in GTE. So please nerf OP. Oh, poor Alex. Well, hopefully, well, he's only 2 seconds off back of the pack, so I'm sure he'll get there in a little bit. Fuji is not an easy track, especially with LMP1s. I just seen Metal Gear Gomez join the race. Hopefully, he has a cleaner race in his AF2 outing yesterday, which he ran into a few problems. So let's see if he can get to grips with the car a bit better today. Trying to find the here we go. No, it's not it. Who's in the pink Ferraris? Because I like them. I can't see them because they haven't set a time on the track yet. Oh, here we go. I can't. Oh no, that's me. Hang on. Oh, and that looks like some server issues again. Just seen cars teleporting about. Oh no, please don't tell me it's going down again. I wasn't. I was pressing Control and 2 on my. I was trying to press the arrow keys to try and see what happened. Yeah, we've had another disconnect. All right, I'll just fix this. And it looks like we've had, unfortunately, another server crash again, so I'll just be waiting a moment until we get back in, and we can go back on from there. I'm going to grab a drink. I'll be back in a moment. And I am back. We are still just recovering from this disconnect, unfortunately. I am back in the server, so hopefully we can get back on it. Yeah, hopefully once the race gets underway, the server instabilities will sort themselves out. Luckily this is only practice, so not a whole lot has been lost, but it must be jarring for the drivers. You just got to kind of find your bearings and get back into it. And I'm out of breath from running up and down the stairs. We have lost some time, so it's not all there, I don't think. You're welcome, Crab. You'll get more if you do something interesting. Once again, you really can see how quickly that darkness comes on. If you aren't prepared for it within a lap or two, you're going to be in almost pitch black. So it's really, really important for drivers to get their lights on, get their bearings, know where all their braking points are, and feel comfortable and relaxed. When you're driving at night time, you have to be so careful of the cars around you. You've just got to always leave that extra bit of space. Really take care of GTE traffic or LMP1s if you're in the GTEs when you're lapping cars or being lapped. You really got to have an extra level of spatial awareness when you're racing in the dark. Ooh, and Bright's going round at the uphill section. This section of the track is so difficult because as you're driving around, the car is becoming loaded and unloaded in so many ways, and it really upsets the balance of your car. And you're going so slowly that downforce isn't really going to help you. It's all just about driver precision, feel. You can work on your setup for your suspension and things like that, but it's then going to mess with the balance of the faster parts of the track at the start. So it's a very difficult track to master, Fuji. You really got to kind of just be on it and keep focused and keep balanced. Yeah, that's unfortunately just how it goes. The qualifying can be really difficult sometimes with traffic, especially in some of the AF3 races as well, because the tracks are so small. You will just constantly be meeting people. If you've got 20 drivers on a sub 1 minute lap, it's going to be really difficult to get clean air. And especially when you are in cars that are 10 seconds faster than the other class, it is difficult. You have to constantly be managing your gaps. I always like to use the relative app, and I just make sure I've got a really big gap in front of me, but sometimes you can't even get one lap in. You lead the car ahead of you 8 seconds and you still somehow catch them before the end of the lap if they have a mistake or they're just slow. It can be difficult. That's why qualifying is such a test of skill. It's not, you get hours to hot lap. It's short, it's brief, you got to be on it, you can't make mistakes. Like in AF3 yesterday, despite being considerably quicker, despite being the quickest driver at the race by quite some mile, I ended up qualifying 4th because I had disconnected during the qualifying session and I didn't get out to do my final laps at the end of the session when the grip level had gone up, so I started 4th. That's it. It's a constant battle. You got to be on it. Well, I still won the race, so. But yes, you do have to be, and especially the grip level is going up during the race as well. We are starting on a dirty track, so all through practice and through qualifying, the grip level is increasing, so you have to stay out there, just keep banging in the laps, keep like rubbering in the track, and it gets faster and faster. So you can't sleep, you can't put in a fast lap at the start of qualifying and then go and have a jam sandwich. You've got to keep out there setting laps. Oh, John Randall has been kicked from the race. Whoops. I don't know if that was intentional. Oh my god. We'll see Matthew Turner doing some grass cutting. Oh, and I've been flipping. This is really annoying. This is really annoying. I just pray this doesn't keep happening. Oh. I don't know if that was just me, I just got disconnected, or it was a server crash. And we are back in. Let's see how it's going. So we've had some things have changed. So practice is now coming to an end. This looks very different to how my screen last looked. I have no idea what's going on. So we now currently have Bright is the fastest driver in the P1 class. It's very close between Bright and Sleepy. But in the LMP1 class, there's barely 100th of a second in it. Joshua Brooks is third place currently with just a couple tenths off. He'll be getting faster as the race goes on. And in the GTE class, nobody is touching It's Dirty. Nobody is touching him. He's well out there with a 140.2, almost 2 seconds ahead of Trio in second place. So it kind of looks like the race for second place today. We will see. People are disconnecting again, so we'll just have to see. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I can't seem to get back in the server. It looks like I think we are restarting. Oh, it's so frustrating when you get server problems like this. Hopefully we can get to the bottom of it. Okay, looks like I can join again. Just praying that once qualifying and the race starts, we don't have any more problems. That would be a real shame. Yeah, Sleepy was looking really, really good today. If he's faster than Josh, then he's a quick driver. So it was looking really, really close between those guys at the front of the LMP1 pack. That looks like a fantastic race in the making. But then again, we don't know how fast those guys are going. Are they race laps? Are they hot laps, of course, with the P1s? You get a massive amount of deploy. So if you want to go hot lap, it will really, especially on a track with a straight like this, it will really, really help you. So let's fly along a little bit until I get my controls back from the tower. Oh, P1s are so quick through this section. And I believe that's Sleepy out here wanting to set some laps again. Oop, I just took a screenshot by accident. Where are we? Okay. Let's go and zoom in on this turn 1. There's the ice cream Ferrari taking the corner there. Yeah, it will be a very, very interesting battle at the front of the P1 class there. I think GTE, unless something happens, it does look a little bit like a foregone conclusion, with its dirty being almost 2 seconds quicker than the pack. I think that Aston Martin needs some BOP, if you ask me. It's a nice looking Aston Martin there. I haven't seen that livery before. That must be a new one. So we just have a 5-minute practice session just to get everyone refreshed before qualifying starts. Whoop, and one of the Martini Porsches just fails to take turn 1. And one of the Raven Wests runs wide as well. Oh, and Khan going wide as well. Everyone's struggling to get their laps in. After all these disconnects, it must be so jarring. The Corvette of Matthew Turner looking great going round. That's a really, really nice livery. And now that's Zeif, his teammate, coming in as well in the second. Very nice Corvette for Speedo Racing. It is a shame with ACTV, it's hard, I can't, like, people have to complete laps before I can click on them, so I'm just going to sat here spectating for the first minute or so. Let's go into a helicopter cam. Like 1,000-mile-an-hour helicopter, let's go. Yeah, not a huge amount of people on track at the moment in Fuji. It looks great from aerial view though when you get up here, you can really see all the track. Just need to add the helicopter whirring sound effects now as I slowly fly around. But yeah, Fuji is deceptively difficult, so I think it's going to be a large battle of staying on the track and keeping focused. I think that's going to be one of the biggest factors today, especially during the day-night transitions and with the class traffic. It's not so much going to be about overall pace, because you might be a second a lap faster than someone, but if you have an instant and lose 20 seconds, then it's all gone for nothing. Your whole stint's been wasted. So it's going to be about being really consistent, keeping on the track, not making any mistakes today. A lot of drivers can make up places just by being smooth and consistent and keeping themselves out of trouble. I believe we have a what looks like one of the Renaults going a little bit wide there. Let's fly in, see if we can catch him. I feel like I'm guiding a missile in Call of Duty. Target destroyed. Ooh, and Sleepy sets a fantastically quick time with a 1:26.8. That is ridiculous. So it's going to be very interesting at the front of the front as we exit final practice at the front of the P1 class. That's a really quick time from Sleepy. Be very interested. That obviously must be in hot lap mode, so be really interested to see how fast these guys are going during qualifying. Again, there looks to be quite a lot of lag and pressure on the server, so I'm just praying it doesn't eep into the race. That would be most disappointing. That would be very cool if it was the first victory for a poor energy car. As you see me clipping through the world there on the stream. But yeah, that is a monstrously fast lap from Sleepy. It was a shame, but last round in AF2 in both classes, there wasn't really much of a battle for the lead. Joshua Brooks had a fantastic start off the line and managed to jump Jens, but was very quickly passed again, and then he didn't really have any answer. Jens was so fast, and It's Dirty just ran away with it in the GTE class, so I'll be very interested to see if there'll be some fights for the lead this time. All the good battles were happening down in the pack last time round. Excellent, and we are now waiting for qualifying. And now we are just finishing up practice. We are about to enter qualifying for AF2 here at Fuji today, which will be a 90-minute endurance race. We have our LMP1 class with Toyotas and Audis, and our GTE class, which has a fantastic field of Aston Martins, Corvettes, Porsches, BMWs, and Ferraris. And they are off! And wow, that is a very enthusiastic... Oh god, I've got into a tree. A very enthusiastic leaving of the pits. Oh no, and there's already been contact on the outlap. It looks like Khan and one of the Renaults have made contact. Oh, Khan, go back to the pits. Don't carry on driving. You're gonna have damage. See, with only a 20-minute qualifying session, everybody wants to get out on the track first. So it's a shame there's already been some contact, and now the Renault of oh, and he's done the same thing again. Ooh-wee, that is looking hairy. There look like there are going to be some ping issues with this today, so let's just see. Let's fly about a little bit and just see. So who's getting first? I believe that is Joshua Brooks is going to be the first in clear air. He's managed to get out the pits first. That was a real sprint out the pits to get clear air. So it'll be interesting to see if Josh can really capitalise on that. And we have one of the charged cars behind him going out onto the final straight. And then I believe that is going to be Sleepy. Oh, poor Khan, going to be carrying that damage around. I hope it's not done him too bad. There's possibly Dirty there at the front of the GTE field. He's going to pick up a little bit of that tow from the P1s, and he shouldn't be bothered by traffic, so that's going to be nice. That pink Aston Martin is ridiculous. Is that Space Raiders? Oh my god, that's great. We'll get a look at that during the race for sure. That Renault is not looking good. That Renault doesn't look like it should be on the track, if you ask me. That's some pretty bad ping. I wonder if that's Metal Gear Gomez driving that Renault. Considering bad ping and avoidable crashes seem to be his forte. Still waiting for some info to come up on the timing screens. We will get this soon. Just waiting for ACTV to do its thing. There must be a better way of doing this. Oh, and the two Raven West cars have hit each other here. Oh, that's terrible. That's a real shame. God, it must be so disappointing to be hit on your qualifying lap. And Joshua Brooks, unsurprising with his clear air, gets the first fast lap in, so he's looking great. Sleepy, oh, struggling a little bit on his first lap, a couple tenths off. Be very interesting to see how quick these guys can go as the session progresses in the P1s. Let's go have a look at Joshua Brooks with that very nice kind of almost kind of gunmetal blue Force India Racing Point inspired tracing point. I wonder if Josh is going again, or is he on a cool down lap? Let's go have a look on board and have a look. He's up according to his delta, but he's got some traffic from, oh, that pink Ferrari, and that is going to hurt him. Oh, and he's sliding through the section now. This uphill section is so difficult, and you can see on his steering wheel his delta is just eking away. He went from being a good 2/10 up there to being down a couple. Let's see as he goes through the final corner. Can Josh go improve his time? Oh, he's really struggling with the final corner to hit the apex. He's a couple tenths up. It's not quite enough. Oh, and we just see his gap eking away. He's only going to beat his lap by 1,000th or 2. Oh. 1,000th off his previous lap. Let's see, oh, and Krulas has gone fast. I don't believe it. Metal Gear Gomez is currently in pole position. That's going to be an interesting race. And Sleepy closes the gap a little bit, but he's still a few tenths off Joshua Brooks. I have to say, I do have some concerns for whoever's going to be battling for the lead if Gomez is going to be up there. I was not impressed with him yesterday. And he's driving the charged car. Oh, the irony. But good lap time nonetheless, so I'll be very interested to see if he can keep that up as the track gets faster. In the GTE class, no surprises. Dirty is a good 2 seconds off everyone else. Really isn't fair in the GTEs today, it's looking like. Zypher, the very good second place. That's great for him. Maybe some other drivers have had some issues with getting their laps validated. The track limits are going to be quite strict here, and it's very easy to run wide on Fuji, due to the nature of the kind of medium speed corners. And Joshua Brooks takes back provisional pole position with a very nice 28.132. It's Sleepy misses out by 2/1000th of a second. With a 28.134. That's going to be really frustrating. There's still time left though, so it'll be very interesting to see how this battle for pole positions is going to play out. It's going to be a great fight today in P1 by the looks of it. Khan in sixth place. He had a great race last time round in Silverstone. He got a really well-deserved 5th, but maybe he's struggling a little bit with the controller on this very technical track today. And these Audi LMP1s are a real handful to drive to. It's so much to keep track of, all on controller. So big props to Khan as always for doing so well on the controller. Lipsy now has taken 2nd place away from Zy from the GTE class with a nice 42.6. But can anyone get anywhere near close to Dirty? That really is one of the biggest gaps I've seen. That's like DK at Spa big. And who is this Renault? Because they are. I don't know who it is, but this Renault is really not good. We have Colin Backer driving the other transatlantic car made by Wagstaff. Oh, and Krulas goes fastest again. Metal Gear Gomez, a weapon to surpass. I'm trying to work out who this ran. It's not. Is it Bright? It's not Bright. It's somebody else. But someone in one of these Renaults is really lagging, and I would say watch out. So very interesting to see if Krulas can continue his run. Of course, he took pole position in AF3 yesterday. That's because I disconnected. Very interesting to see if he can make it 2 poles in 2 days. Some concerning skips from his car with his terrible ping. Oh, and it really is close. Look at that. 2/100ths of a second separating first from third in LMP1. And there's a 2-second gap to Colin Backer in 4th place. So it is going to be a 3-way fight by the looks of it. Sleepy just desperately chasing that position. Let's have a look on board with him. And, oh, that's an interesting look on his delta. That can't be right, can it? His delta seems to be 2 seconds up. That can't be right. Let's have a look. But he's hitting traffic. Oh, no. What's going to happen to Sleepy? Is this going to ruin his lap as he makes his way past the ice cream Ferrari? And oh, no, the Ferrari's turning in on him. Don't race him. He's on a qualifying lap. Oh, no. Come on, Sleepy. Let's go. I do not know. I'll be very interested to see if that lap delta on his dashboard is correct. Because if he is, that's big. That'll be a big lap from Sleepy if he can pull it off. But it's still going up. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. What's the time going to be? This will be huge if it's real. It's going to happen as well. Oh, and Sleepy takes a monumental pole with a 26.8. Maybe the track grip has gone up or he just got it really right there. That's a fantastic lap time. And he was fighting traffic the whole way. There was easily another 5-6 tenths on that lap. Woo-wee! Maybe he would have done a battery dump on that lap. Let's have a look. Let's see if who's out on track can Joshua Brooks answer. Looks like he's on an out lap at the moment, coming onto a hot lap, but he's got some traffic ahead of him, so oh no. That's either going to be Alan or Drio in the Porsche. Let's see if Josh can answer that absolutely astonishing lap from Sleepy. I don't know if Sleepy's going for another lap. He's got some traffic here from, I believe that's Colin. No, Sleepy's not on a hot lap. Let's have a look. And Joshua Brooks doesn't seem to be finding the time straight away out of turn 1. Oh, and one of the Corvettes just lifting there. Oh, and Josh has run wide. That would have certainly invalidated his lap. Yeah. That's it for Josh on this lap. Let's have a look and see what Metal Gear Gomez is up to. do it, Charles, do it. But that was very, very interesting. Maybe Sleepy was kind of sandbagging. Maybe he was being a bit sleepy with his lap times. I think the stream is really far behind. Like, I'm seeing, as I say this, 8:10 on the on my game, but in the stream it's 9:08. So I think my stream is like a minute behind. I don't know how that happened. I apologize. So let's see, what can Metal Gear Gomez do about this? We see it now as 8. That's weird. On my one it's showing up. Maybe it's just not live. Hang on. I don't really understand Twitch. I'm more of a YouTube guy. I'm a good YouTuber. Oh yeah, now it's like less than 10 seconds. Okay. Well, that's encouraging. Oh no, and Gomez has had to abort his lap. But only 7 minutes to go in qualifying. If he wants to be serious about it, he's got to get up there. What can Joshua Brooks do again? He's fighting traffic the whole time. Oh, my heart really goes out for Josh there. There's not a whole lot you can do about that. Especially when you've got to find a second and a half to get up there with Sleepy. That's going to be a real battle. Poor Khan seems to be having a rough time at the back of the LMP pack. Maybe he's hit some traffic as well. As Colin Backer moves into the 128s. In the... it's getting a little bit closer now in the GTE class. Runner-up Matthew Turner is the only driver, apart from Dirty, to get into the 140s. Oh, and as I say that, it's Dirty gets into the 39s. Oh, he really is not messing about today. He's like, don't even try me, bruh. Well, I'm very happy to see Matthew Turner. He's an absolutely excellent driver, and he should have gotten a better result last time around at Silverstone, but the Corvette's been hit quite hard by the BOP, and he's not had as much time as he would have liked to have practiced. He said, don't talk me up too much for this race, but I think he's doing a pretty good job talking himself up. It's a great second place for him so far. I'll be interested to see if anyone else can get as close. I would love to see Matthew get a podium today. It'd be very, very well deserved. But Dirty really is on another level today. He really is not messing about. 7/10 clear of the pack. And Sleepy is still unchallenged. And now we see Metal Gear Gomez looks to be coming out for his probably his final run of the day. Joshua Brooks is 2/10 up, but again he's got some traffic. Oh, what can Josh do? Is he going to make some time up? Oh, and he's being blocked! Oh no, oh no, he's had his lap absolutely ruined. Absolutely ruined. That was by Simon Novak. That was really poor. Really poor show by Simon. He was all over the road there. All over the road and just completely bottled Josh's lap. That's a real shame. Josh could have got second place there. Is he going to go around and go for another lap? We will find out. Yeah, that's a real some poor driving from Simon there. Simon, of course, was the Race of Champions winner last week, but maybe P1s are a little bit harder to grasp. Let's see. It looks like Josh is going around for another lap. Can he touch Sleepy, or at least get past Gomez? In the GTE battle, Drio is looking really strong with third, currently in the Porsche. And Alan seems to be absent. I wonder what's happened to Alan. I hope he's made the race. Yeah, in qualifying, something like that, that's just luck. I mean, it would have been better if Simon had realised he'd botched his lap and gotten out the way, but yeah, it just happens. Unfortunately, you can't control what other drivers are doing, and if they ruin your lap, they ruin your lap. There's not really much you can do about it, unfortunately, apart from do what I do, which is get on the voice chat and yell at them. Oh, and Josh is catching traffic again with one of these Ferraris up ahead of him. What can he do? He's a couple tenths up. It'll be enough to put him second place. Oh, yes, and Josh has got the exit. This will put him second place. That was a nice, clean lap. He's going to pick up a little bit of slipstream from the Ferrari as well. That'll put him pretty much safe into P2. Now, what can Krulas do? That's a nice lap from Josh. He's still 6/10 off Sleepy, so I don't know what's going to happen. He's probably going to go for a recharge lap now. Come back at it next lap. Yeah, that's what I think too. I don't understand why some people are like that on qualifying laps. Just get out of their way. Like, if you lose 3 or 4 tenths, you're not making that back up again. Just let the other go through. Well, in the end, Josh didn't need it because he did a better lap this time round anyway. 3 minutes left. If you want to get out, you've got to get out there now. What can Gomez do? Can he get back up? Let's see, can I use the Delta? I wonder if this is going to work. We'll try this out here. Well, Krulas didn't get the best exit of his lap there if he's going for a hot lap. He's only got, he's got 2 laps left in qualifying with the timing, so we'll see. And Lipsy moves his way into, I believe that's 5th in the GTE class. I thought Lipsy was going to be a little bit higher up stage. That's somewhat disappointing show from him. Maybe he's not had as much practice as he would have liked, or he can't get his setup right. So Krulas needs to find a good 6/10 if he wants to challenge Josh Brooks, but he's hitting traffic, and oh no, that's really going to hurt him. When he goes off the track, that's going to invalidate his lap. And he's lost a bunch of time, so he's only got one more opportunity to go around. Thank you, Deals TV. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. I don't think he took out the Corvette. It would have been par for the course if he did, but I think either way, when he realised his lap was gone, that wasn't the best. I still don't know what happened to Alan. I hope he's doing okay. Just one more flying lap. I don't think anyone's going to catch Sleepy at this rate. Joshua Brooks is in the pits. I don't think he's getting back out again. I think he's quite happy with second place. I don't know what else is going to happen. We'll ride with Metal Gear Gomez for the last lap to see if he can try and have another go. Other than that, everyone's looking pretty set in the pits. It looks like it's going to be Sleepy and it's Dirty on pole positions for their respective classes. A really fantastic second place for Matthew Turner. I'm so happy for him. Hopefully he has the pace in the race to get on the podium. Further down the grid in GTE, it does get really, really tight when you get a few places back. There are a lot of cars in the 42s and high 41s. There will be a lot of action. And going through the first sector, Kurulas is positive on his Delta. I don't think he can quite get up there to match Josh Brooks. Yeah, well done, Matthew. You did fantastic. Well done on your second place. I hope you... Hi, DK. How's it going? Oh, everyone's flooding in now. The session's over. Oh, and Kurulas has bottled his lap. That's a shame. I wish I had more sympathy. But yeah, fantastic job to Matthew Turner on his second place. That's a really, really great result. Let's try and get up there, see if you can fight Dirty at the start. I want to see you win, bro. Hi, Tommy. How's it going? So, Sleepy takes the pole position with a fantastic lap. Good 0.6 faster than everybody else. Joshua Brooks, number 2 again. That's just going to have to be it for him today, unfortunately, unless he can catch Sleepy. Wild card for this race is going to be Gomez Kurulas. Very fast driver, but I wouldn't want to go alongside him through a corner again. Colin Backer with the very impressive 4th place in P1. Bright in the... very erratic Renault taking 5th. Simon Novak, a little bit sloppy in his qualifying, but with a strong 6th place. Shallow Watt, I thought he was going to be a bit quicker today, but he'll take 7th. And John Randall in 8th. We also have Alexandru and Khan rounding out the LMP1 grid. Maybe Khan's struggling a little bit today, that's a shame. Sleepy can do a 25, but I'm really laggy. Damn, Sleepy. And in the GTE class, we have It's Dirty taking pole. Brilliant second place from Matthew Turner. Drio takes 3rd in the Porsche. Tellis takes, I can't count, 4th. Lipsy 5th. Colin Dunn 6th. Mr. Krabs 7th. Zeif is 8th. Arthur is 9th. Pro 007 had a fantastic battle in the last race. And Nimrod is last. No one's going to be sending anyone. How many references to the accident? Well, we'll see. We'll see if it happens again. That's all I'm going to say, Tommy. We'll see if it happens again. I was joking with Josh earlier. I didn't want to be James Hunt, but you know. Well, Kurulas is a quick driver. If he just fixed his ping and didn't hit people, he'd be great. Dirty is very fast, DK, so I don't know if Ren will have the pace to match him. Also, I think that Aston Martin's a bit OP. I think that Aston's too quick, so we'll have to see. Yeah, there will almost certainly be some turn 1 strats going on here. Actually, while we're here, I can get my free cam set up to... I'm going to have a great... What I'm going to do, I'm going to start here, and as the race starts, I will move my way back, and so we can watch as the turn 1 drama unfolds. Oh no, Danny Rick has 99% occupancy. That's such a shame. Yeah, that was a really, really difficult qualifying session for a lot of people. There was so much traffic. And we are now in the cool down for the race. Oh, here we go. Fantastic. This is my favorite part of each race. Let's have a fly through the grid. Oh, hang on. Whee. This is a great shot. I love doing this. So we have Sleepy on pole with Joshua Brooks in 2nd. He'll have the inside line for turn 1, so that'll be fantastic. The unpredictable Gomez Kurulas in 3rd place. We have Colin Backer in 4th place driving the absolutely lovely purple transatlantic livery that I really, really dig. We have Bright taking 5th place. Oh, here we go. Session's been restarted because something's happening. As we continue our walk through the grid, going on to the GTEs, we have It's Dirty again, starting on the inside for him. So Ren will be on the outside, having to get a good run up to 1.5 hours of pain. Ren will have to do his best to try and defend second place and get up there. He's got some hungry cars behind him with Drio and Lipsy and a bunch of others. I want to look at this Aston Martin. I haven't seen this properly yet. Who made this? That's quite a cool livery. I dig that. And I like this one too. The Space Raiders car. Who made this? Who made this? I don't recognize any of these names, but hell yeah, I'm a big fan. And it's the barbecue one as well, the best flavor of Space Raiders. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of this livery, whoever made that. And then we have Danny Rick, unfortunately not going to take the race, I don't believe. Oh, there's Alan at the back as well. Maybe Alan missed qualifying, who knows. Trying to get my camera angle nice and sorted. I'll try and get it so I can zoom in as much as I can. Oh, I've gone through a tree again. Okay. Oh yeah, I've got plenty of space for turn 1. As we enter the final countdown. Oh no! Oh, it's Gammas and Bamba. Oh, you made that, Gammas. I really dig that. That's a really cool livery. Okay, and the lights are on. And it's 6 lights. And we are off at Fuji. Let's see. Oh, got an interesting start here. And Sleepy's looking good off the line. He's flying, and there's some lagging back at the grid. And oh, Joshua Brooks has been jumped, and there's contact. And oh my God, that was a big punt between the prototypes. Oh no. Oh, I believe that was Colin. Has had a terrible time, and so has Drio. He's gone all the way to the back. Oh, that was a complete T1. Complete T1 disaster. We have Sleepy in the lead. We have Gomez Cruz in second. Joshua Brooks had a really rough time at T1 there. Oh no, that was a really rough time for some of these prototypes. I believe it was Colin Dunn was the unfortunate punching bag there. Oh, here we go, and Simon Novak is trying to fight in the pack right now. What's going to happen? Oh, there's just P1s everywhere. Yeah, that was one of the bigger T1 pileups I've ever seen. Oh, and John Randall seems to be all over the place as well. What's going on? Simon Novak has missed the corner. Oh, no. Oh, and that's a terrible rejoin. Oh, no. Is he going to hold up Ran? Don't you dare. Don't you dare hold up Zyfe. You messed my boy. You messed my boy. They'll be held to pay. Oh, no. And Simon Novak is desperately trying to fight his way through. I don't believe it. Something has happened. Something has happened. I think Ran is leading the GTE class. I'm trying to work out what's happened here. What has happened? It's Dirty had a terrible start. Something happened to Dirty, and Matthew Turner is currently leading. We currently have a Speedo 1-2 in the GTE class. This is absolute insanity. We'll have to look at what happened there after the race, but this is the dream result so far for Matthew Turner and Zyfe. They're going to have to really work hard to hold off those guys, and there are so many prototypes and other drivers caught up as well. It's going to be a long time to balance that all out again. As Simon Novak safely makes his way past Ran. Khan's in a fight for position as well. Oh, and Joshua Brooks. Oh, no, and Joshua Brooks makes contact with John Ramakers. Oh, what is going on here? Josh is having a terrible time. I don't know how he ended up off the track there. And oh, no, and John has lost it as well. This is a complete mess at the moment. Oh, no. That was really terrible. That was John Randall taking out one of the Renault cars. And Josh now has some work to do if he wants to get his way back up to Sleepy and Krulas. Krulas, who is making his way up to Sleepy, though. It'll be interesting to see if he can fight him. Woo-wee. So in the GTE class, we have Matthew Turner is currently leading. Zyfe is second fantastically, although Tellez is hot on his run with poor Colin Backer, who really took a beating on that first lap trying to fight his way back up again. Woo-wee. Krulas is now 2 seconds behind Sleepy, so maybe his charge is over. And Shallow Watt and Bright are going for the fight here. Let's see. Oh, and that's going to be Shallow Watt using his boost there to try and get past. Oh, man, I'm looking back at that replay. That was a real mess with some of those crashes. I don't know why my stream ends up behind. That doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. So Mr. Krabs and Arto, the teammates, are battling. Oh, lots of places going on as Colin Backer makes his way past Ren on the straight. He's now caught up with the LMP1 pack, so there won't be any more trouble there. Let's just hope Ren and Zeif can keep it smooth. They are running slower than some of these other GTEs, though, so it's going to be a real battle for them to keep on it. Let's see what is happening. Going on board with Bright as he tries to chase down Shallow Watt. Again, Crab and Arthur are still battling these two teammates. We have 3 DNFs. I cannot believe that already. That is a lot of rage quits. Oh, I'm so sorry, Albon. I can't remember how to pronounce your name, but you had a great battle with 007 last race. I'm sorry you couldn't make it today. That really sucks. Oh, and Tellus has made his way past Zeif. That was quick. And he's already brought the gap down to Matthew Turner from 7 seconds to 5, so that'll be interesting to see how quickly Tellus can make his way back up there. And Sleepy is pulling out from Krulas at the front now. Poor Drio got murdered in that start as well. He went all the way down to last, and it's Dirty's working his way back up to 16th. He's not too far back. There's still time for him to win this. It's just, can Matthew Turner run away at the front? He's really got to capitalise on this. Zeif is still keeping the pace up with... oh, and Alan and Drio, the two teammates, are battling now at the back. That's such a shame for Drio. He was so quick in qualifying. That really was a terrible, terrible incident at the start of the race. We will have to review that afterwards. The stewards will be busy, I'm sure. We really have to try and instill some better driving standards in some of these races. We can't have them turn into smash fests. Yeah, I'm sorry, Albon. I hope to see you back next time round. Thanks for coming and watching the stream and participating. And your rival Pro 007 is out there. He's working his way through the 2 Martini Corvettes as he now fights Mr. Krabs. Let's give Mr. Krabs his 4 seconds of screen time as he goes side by side. Can Pro 007 get there? I don't think we're going to see... I think Sleepy's going to check out here, I don't think anyone's going to catch him. He's too quick. Oh, and Josh Brooks is now 14 seconds behind the leaders, so it's going to be really tough if he can catch back up with them. He had a terrible time at the start of the race and will no doubt be carrying damage, sorry. Well, Khan and Alexandria are battling as well. I need to move this little widget down a little bit. There we go, that's better. I need to just make this a tiny bit smaller, hang on. There we go, that's better. Oh, poor Colin Backer. He had a real tough time. And Bright is in the pits. Is that a rage quit, or is that going to be a repair for damage? I will show it. We'll see how it goes. Oh, and Bright is back out, so maybe he was just repairing some damage. Matthew Turner is still leading in the GTE class. He's setting some decent lap times. Could be quicker, though, as Tellis sets a purple lap with a 142. And, oh, Lipsy sets one as well. And Dirty on a 40. Dirty is really muscling it. I'll be really interested to see when he can catch back up to the front, because he will with this pace. And Nimrod is out as well. That's a great shame. 4 DNFs now, unfortunately, for this race. Now on board with Dirty as he tries to make his way past Colin Dunn. These two Astons going side by side. Oh, that was such a shame for Dirty getting so violently taken out at the start of the race. That is one of Matthew Turner's specialities. He's very good at avoiding trouble at the start of races. And he has a tendency to make up a lot of places on the start as well. Oh, and there's a battle here going on between Khan. Oh, and they're 3 wide going into the first corner. Alexandra, Khan, Novak, and Khan hits Novak, and he hits Alexandra, and he goes through. Oh, that'll be some words to be spoken after the race. And Dirty and Colin are still battling as well. Dirty can't get past him yet. Let's have a look at what's happening with Khan and and Khan's falling back behind again. I can't keep up. There were so many battles going on. And Lipsy has got past Zyfe. Unfortunately, Zyfe's fantastic start. He's starting to crawl backwards again. Looks like Khan's going to have to wait to take that battle back on. Dirty's still stuck behind Colin. And now there's P1 traffic coming in as well, as Sleepy is in no mood to hang about. He is just ploughing through. With Krulas now 3 seconds behind. Joshua Brooks seems to be falling back. I think he's just got damage. There's not really much you can do about that. Oh, Khan is ahead. This battle is still raging. I would love to see Matthew take the win today, but I think Dirty is going to catch up at some point. There's lots of action going on at the back between Drio, Alan, Pro007 and Artur. That battle between Novak, Khan and Bakker is really raging as well. I'd love to see Khan get in the top 5 in the P1 class. He was struggling a little bit in qualifying, but he looks to be finding his feet a little bit in the race now. So we have a look with Sleepy as he's currently making his way around the track. He doesn't seem phased. He's got a really nice gap. He's managed to build up 5 seconds in the first 10 minutes of this race, so he's really in command. Completely managed to stay out of trouble in that first lap crash. Obviously, we'll all be having to review that afterwards and see what happened there. But Sleepy managed to keep out of it. Krulas was lucky keeping out of it as well. Josh had some trouble going down the inside. He got kind of taken out there. And Bakker makes his way past Simon Novak. Oh, and Bakker's fighting traffic and Simon Novak at the same time. Can he get up there and keep the fight on with Bakker? Ooh, going so late on the brakes there. Oh, and Zyfe looks to have had a problem. He's fallen down a little bit now. He's behind. It's Dirty and done. Zyfe's just struggling a little bit for pace now the race has started. Matthew Turner still has a fantastic lead out front. He's really motoring. He's got a 9-second gap over Tellis. He's managing to put the gap on Lipsy as well. I think really Dirty's the only man that can stop him at the moment, apart from himself. Sometimes Matthew's biggest enemy is himself. I'd love to see him get a great result today, so I hope he doesn't have any problems as the race goes on. But I think at the moment, Dirty's the only guy that can stop Matthew, so we'll see. He looks pretty peachy for a podium unless he has some trouble as Josh comes up just to lap him in the P1. That Corvette is an enormous car. It really is a humongous big boat, especially compared to those dainty little prototypes. So we're settling in. There's not too many close cars at the moment. The pack's starting to spread out a little bit as we have John Ramakers. Oh, and something has happened here, and I believe John has had... Oh, and we've disconnected. Fucking amazing. We have a disconnect. Okay, right. I'm going to find out what's going on. I'll be back in a second. Okay, looks like the server has died. That is really, really terrible. I think we'll be getting it back up as soon as possible. I'll have to just keep you guys updated. I don't know what happened. That's really, really lame. That's really lame. It was unfolding. It was looking like it was going to be a really good race. I don't know how we're going to recover this. I guess we can only see. Oh, I feel so sorry for my boy Matthew. He was doing so well. He built up such a good lead. But I guess this is no different to a red flag in a real race, so... Let's see, I'll give it a minute before I attempt to rejoin. Let's see, we'll just see if the server's going back up. I'm just trying to call Matthew Turner, see if we can get him on the chat. Let's see if he's going to answer. Yo! Yo, can you hear me? Hey, I believe the server has crashed. I don't know. Don't know any more than you at the moment. What happened at the start of that race? And you were so fantastic. Oh, God. I feel so sorry for you for this digital red flag because you were really doing well at the start. What happened from your perspective, Matthew? You are live. What happened to Dirty? Oh my God! I feel so. Hang on. They says they can't. Hey, hang on. I'm so sorry. You were muted. I'm a pro streamer. Could you just repeat, Matthew, what happened to you in that race?
Okay, so from turn 1, it was me alongside Dirty. I got a slightly better launch, and what happened was the LMP1 with about 300 ping decided to Shadow Realm everyone behind me, and it left me and Zyph in a 1-2.
Oh, I know. It's such a shame Zyph couldn't hold on. You guys had a really good hold on the front of the grid, but you were doing fantastic. You were gapping. I think it was
thanks.
Lipsy behind you, and you were. The gap was up to 10 seconds by that red flag. So I feel really gutted for you with that gap. I think Dirty had made his way up to 5th, and he was making his way up. But you had a pretty big lead, so it would have been a great fight for the win.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll see what happens when the server gets back up. But thank you very much for allowing me to.
Oh yeah, do you know what happened to
crank call
Zyph as
you.
well? Because
What
I
happened?
think we may have another Gomez incident. He
Really?
He murdered Zyph. Zyph
Really?
Gomez.
Oh, let's see if I can get Zyph on the call. All right, I'll try and call him. All right, thank you, Matthew. I'll talk to you later.
All right. No
Bye.
problem.
Let's see if we can get Zyph on the call. Zyph, are you there?
Hello, James.
Hey, I heard our favourite driver had a coming together with you.
Yeah. Wait, are you streaming, James?
No. Yes, I am. I'm so sorry. We are currently live.
Hello,
What happened?
millions of viewers.
Hello, 15
Yeah.
viewers. What
Okay,
happened?
Yeah. I got punted again.
Who
by an
punted you?
LMP1. Gomez.
Really?
Yeah. he also
Oh
punted me
no!
yesterday. He also
I'm
punted
so
me
sorry.
yesterday in
You were doing
AF3.
so well. You and Matthew
I
had a
was!
fantastic start.
Ren and I were 1-2.
Yeah. Well, did he punt you out of second place,
Gomez.
or was it? Had
Um,
you been overtaken by then?
no, I've been overtaken by, I think it was Steels. He
Yeah.
was just driving faster than me, and then Lipsy was right on my tail.
Yeah.
And when Lipsy overtook me, Gomez just did a stupid dive on my inside in a
Really.
flat out corner, what is not flat out for me, but flat out for him, and he just absolutely full throttles into me.
Not
It
looking
was
good for
it was
Gomez. I've saved
stupid
my
move.
replays, so he was a bit rude to me on the chat earlier, so I look forward to shoving that in his face later. Anyway, moving on. Well, hopefully the server can get restarted and you can carry on, so I'll speak to you a little bit
Yeah.
later, Zyfe. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, James. Good luck.
We still don't appear to have any server. I think the admins are trying to fix it, so we'll see. I'll see if we can... I think Joshua Brooks might be a bit hard to get. He's going to be working with the admins, so... I'll try calling Josh. I'll see if we can get him in. Oh, I can't call him. I'm trying to call Sleepy now. Let's see if Sleepy will come through. Who's going to answer my calls? So we are still red flagged. I cannot see anything from the server yet. Uh... trying to get Sleepy on stream. Hey, Sleepy, thank you so much for joining me. How's it going?
Good, good.
Oh, I feel so bad for you with this red flag because you were really doing fantastic at the start of the race. Your pace has been phenomenal. What happened at T1?
Well, I don't know. I just ran. You know, um, how can I say it? I just deployed the ERS completely, and then I conserved it around the lap, and then I usually just deploy it around the straights and the heavy traction zones. So yeah, that's how I gain time, I guess.
Fantastic driving. Your lap was absolutely incredible in qualifying. You were really, really fast. Do you think with the red flag you're going to be able to pull out your lead again, or are you worried about some of the cars behind you?
Well, depends. If it's a rolling start, then it might be a bit it might be a bit harder, but we can only hope so. So I mean, I hope it goes okay, and that's basically it. I think it will be hard, but I can manage the lead.
Okay, well, best of luck for the race, Levy. Thank you so much for letting me interview you, and best of luck. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
No problem.
Oh, how great was that? I'm so glad to get Sleepy on the race. He sounds so young, but he's a really fantastic driver. Okay, let's see. Are we back in yet? I'm just checking the chat to see what's going on. So we are still red flagged. Thank you so much, Tommy. I'm trying to do my best. I'll see if we can get anyone else. trying to get some more interviews up while this red flag is going on. Oh, I've just got news from Lipsy. We are moving to a different version of Fuji. This one apparently has too many issues. They cannot get it to run on the server. So we're looking at about 15 minutes while the track gets changed over. So we will have some time for some interviews. So, okay. Okie dokie. Right. I believe we have Khan coming in. Hi, Khan. How's it going?
Hello. Oh, there we go. I'm still on push to talk.
Awesome. How's it going, Khan? I saw you having an absolutely fantastic battle with, I think it was John, Simon, and a couple other cars. You were like 3 wide through some of the corners. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it's really stressful though, because as I found out during practice, those Toyotas really understeer and they dive bomb you like nobody else does.
So it's just been trying to just kind of keep out of everyone's way. What's happening?
Yeah, that's why I didn't really push during qualifying, because I figured it'd be best if I just started from the back and tried to avoid dying.
Given the start, I think that was a very, very good tactic. How did it look from your point of view?
Oh, it looks fantastic from my point of view. I was 10th and then up at 5th at some point.
Yeah, I saw you managed to climb up quite a few places, and then you got similar pace to those guys around you. So I really hope we can see you get a really good result today. It's quite a tight fight in the P1s today. So I wish you best of luck, Khan. I've just been told that the track is being changed to a different version of Fuji, so it'll take about 15 minutes to get back up. So hopefully it shouldn't take too long.
Thank you.
Oh, best of luck, Khan. I'll talk to you after the race. Goodbye.
Thank you.
It's always cheery, Khan. Let's see if we can get Goshi on the chat.
Hello there.
Hi Goshi, how's it going?
Hey.
You are now live on the stream. So how's your race been going before this red flag?
Surprisingly pretty well actually. I got punted by an LMP1, but I mean everyone's getting punted by them
didn't?
at the moment. But yeah, I know, right?
I don't think I saw. I think I saw much of you on the track. What position were you in before the red flag happened?
I think at the start I think I was 4th position, and then I went back up to 5th.
Is your screen name in the game different?
Yeah, it's Callum Dunn.
Oh, that explains it. Why? Oh, okay. Yeah, was it? Were you involved in that turn 1 pileup? Were you the car that was hit?
I didn't get hit. I kind of got tapped, but I just snuck between everything.
No worries. So, how do you think the race is going to be after the restart? Hopefully, we're moving to a slightly different track, but hopefully it'll be a little bit more stable. Where do you think you're going to finish today?
I'm hoping at least top 5, but I guess we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, well, best of luck. Thank you so much for giving me a call. Wish you the
Cheers.
best in the race. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
See.
Oh, it's all kicking off in the chat now. People are complaining at each other, causing all the accidents. So it looks like now it's going to be the original starting grid, which is very, very controversial. That's going to be some people are going to be unhappy about that if they've made some places up through all the carnage. Let's see if we can get Miguel. Please answer the call. Miguel. I'm so sorry. There's not much going on, guys. We are just in a red flag at the moment. Let's try and correct this on my Streamlabs. Miguel's getting his microphone. Hang on.
Yes.
Hi, oh shit. Hi, Miguel. How's it going? Thank you for taking my call. Were you watching the race?
I am not. No, what the fuck is everyone doing?
Killing each other.
Apparently.
Yeah, there was a colossal pile-up with all the P1s at turn 1, and then a lot of people got collected in it. And Dirty went from first to basically last, and then poor Ren had such a good start, and he was like 10 seconds in the lead, and now the original positions are going to be reinstated, so he's missed out hard, unfortunately. But yeah, again, a lot of first lap drama, a lot of bad pings, so I wonder what's going to happen when we restart.
God, what the fuck? Why can't we all just not crash? Come on, guys.
I know.
Big brains.
I know. We'll see. So, are you going to be watching the race from now on? I need your.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't have anything else to do. I just hang out with some friends and we took a ton of pictures, so I'm obviously gonna fucking make Photoshop edits of those. But yeah, I will be watching the race while
Awesome,
making Photoshop edits.
I want to see your humorous quips in the chat. So
they're horrible and they're in Spanish.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for the call, Miguel.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Bye. Let's see if we can call Mr. Krabs. Hi, Crab, are you there?
Hi. Hello.
Hi, Crab, how's it going? How was your race? What happened at the start?
I got a good start. I went up the inside. I made up a few positions, and then an LMP car just stopped dead in front of me, and I went out with Dirty.
Oh, that's a real shame. I know it was so sad what happened to Dirty as well, going from the lead all the way down. Did you suffer much damage at the start of the race?
I don't know. I think I did.
Okay, yeah. Well, at least we're being restarted now, so you won't have to carry that any longer.
I don't remember where I qualified.
Yeah, I believe we're going back to original qualifying position, so you shouldn't lose out too much.
Second time's the charm.
Well, best of luck, Crab. Hopefully you'll get some more screen time. I saw you having a great battle with your teammate early on in the race. Are you guys pretty even on pace?
I'd like to think I'm faster, but it's pretty even.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how that plays out. I think the Corvette's been struggling a little bit with BOP. How are you finding it? That ballast looks a bit cumbersome.
I spent a lot of time playing with the suspension, and on the exit of corners, it's very not fun, but it's manageable, to say the least.
Yeah. Okay, well, best of luck for the restart. I'll let you get prepared. Thank you so much for your time, Crab.
Thank you.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Okay, the new track is now up. People are going to be getting the new track and getting prepared to jump back in. I am glad I ate before the stream, that's all I can say. No, I'm fine. I'm not hungry. I had a carnitas burrito and it was very delicious. So here we go. Let me just play my little. Ta-da! Josh Brooks made this. It's very nice. So I wish I had more graphics to show you, but because of I don't really have anything to show you, unfortunately. Not playing I Spy just yet. Oh my god, I could play some Fortnite or something while we're waiting. Oh my god, who wants to play some Among Us? Oh man. I feel really bummed out that they're going back to the original starting grid. That wouldn't be my If like the server crash had happened on the first lap, maybe, but I don't think that's the way to go. But we'll see how it works out. I will just take a little break for a moment while we're waiting. Oh, and I'm just back for a sec. I'm just very quickly going to join the race chat and mute the audio just to hear what's going on. I'm currently watching Zaif complain about Krulas. LOL! Alright, that was enough of that. Oh god. This has become a meme. That was a bit of a shit show. I just stopped in while Zyph was complaining about getting Zyph was complaining. Yeah, I was watching the replay, and Krulas was coming to lap Zyph, and he just completely drove off the track and took poor Zyph out from second or third place. And the same thing happened in AF3 yesterday, so he's been given a bit of a dressing down. Okay. Right, I'm gonna go back to being impartial now. Yeah, it was not a good move. I mean, if you watch the AF3 stream from yesterday, Tommy described what he was doing as open lobby driving. So I don't get it, because the dude's really quick. He's a really quick driver. Like, if he just chilled out, he'd be fine. Oh god. I feel sorry for the real F1 broadcasters now who have to deal with red flags and stuff like that. Oh my god. We're getting there though. We're still just waiting for the server to be back up and people to download the new track model. Yeah, I guess you can be Murray Walker, I'll be James Hunt, Tommy. I feel so bad for Zai. I feel bad for both my Speedo boys, because they were both having really good races, and now with the restart, see you Space Cowboy. Now with the restart, it's all gonna be gone, unfortunately. There will still be lots of good racing action to happen though, so don't touch that dial. There will be lots of good haps going on as soon as we get back underway. We are just waiting for the server to go back up. There will still be an hour of fantastic racing to come and all to play for again. People who had a bad start, like for example Josh Brooks, picked up some damage at the start of the race. He's now got a chance to get back in there and take on the very, I have to say, very polite, very sweet Sleepy, who was also monstrously fast at the start of the P1 group. It was really nice chatting to him. He was a bit shy, but I was very pleased to have him. I'm just fishing for some more interviews if anyone else is down. Randall has posted a picture of them with their cat, looking very cute. Still waiting for the server to go back up. Well, I'm glad I haven't got anything else to do tonight. Jesus Christ. You know what, Tommy? I really, really hope it isn't, but I think it will be very spicy. One-man show. Thank you, Albon. Thanks, everyone, for the support with the stream. I'm trying my best here. I'm a little bit out of my depth right now, to be honest. Like, I do live streams, but not with nothing to do. Thank you, guys. Yeah, hopefully turn 1 will be clean. I know it's going to be a different version of the track, so it's going to take a while getting used to it again. Hopefully it'll be a cleaner, better restart, but honestly I don't know. It's just gonna, at this point, it's everything to play for. Like, people could do better on this track than they did at the last one. Your setup might not be the same. The track might be a little bit different in some ways. So everything's going to be played for. This is going to be now a real test of skill for these drivers, who can get in there, adapt the quickest, get their head in the right gear, put all the kind of server crashing nonsense behind them, and just get back on. Oh, it's Andrew. I didn't realize you. Oh, hi, Andrew. How's it going? Play a song on guitar about racing. I actually haven't really played very much guitar this whole year. I'm kind of enjoying taking a break from it. Oh my god. I can show your highlights. Signing up for a caster position once, ended up working as an admin. Oh my god. Oh damn. People are jutting off into their little private chats and teams now. We will be getting the server will be going up back soon. For people who caught in, we had a massive server crash unfortunately, and the race has been red flagged. It was a very eventful race before that anyway, so we will see if things get back to normal. Okay, let me see. I'll try and get Charles. Oh god, Tommy. Let me see if I can find... Oh no, where is it? This isn't it, hang on. What happened to the link I had? I'm a little bit out of practice with OBS. Here we go, right. So here we have the Vallelunga highlights made by Charles Leclerc. So we have here was the start. This was the week before last's round of AF3. Oh, the audio is all choppy for some reason. I'll just mute that for now. So we had here going into turn 2. This is when I got booped, unfortunately, and I ended up going wide and losing a couple places. Just try and talk you guys through what's happening here. This was last week's AF3 race, which I believe was won by Darth Vader. Oh, and there we have that really wild move from Misak on poor Pratik. Unfortunately, Pratik didn't have much luck, and Lipsy was on the move after a poor start. He made a lot of places up, but was doing some dangerous racing. That's another good pass by one of the poor energy cars there. And also, that was Misak again causing an accident. Only person he took out there was himself. Lol. And that's Lipsy fighting his way through. Unfortunately, half of the cars don't have the skins on, so it's hard to tell who's who. Some great side-by-side racing there between one of the Hondas and Lipsy. I believe that was Zeif, and this was shortly before Zeif got murdered. Oh, and yeah, they're 3 wide. Ren, Zeif, and Lipsy. And there they both go, and Zeif is gone. Unfortunately, collected Lipsy on the way out. Yeah, it was a bit of a smash-heavy race. Unfortunately, AF3 has been a little bit rough the last couple of weeks. Oh, and that was another poor overtake there from one of the Meekat cars. Ooh, that was Lipsy going around again. I don't know why the audio is all choppy. I think it's my interface. That's, I believe, probably one of the Scenario 7 cars. Oh no, that was somebody getting sent round there. Oh no, I believe that was... Oh no, that's the worst. I'm not sure if that was Simo or Charles or Greg. Just really getting stuck there. They were the standings last week. Since then, I have jumped into second place with my win in Grubnik. Whoop whoop. Joshua Brooks is still a very, very long way away, though, so I'm definitely going to have to keep the work up to fight with Ben Collins for second place, because there are drop races in AF2, so there'll be a long way to go. See if I can catch him up. Alright, let's see. Can we get back to the race? Sorry, I'm trying my best to be entertaining here. Oh, it was Simo. Sorry, I couldn't look at the chat. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I need that. You're right. Thank you, Danny Rick. I'll get that now. I'm gonna need the new track, aren't I? If I'm spectating, I'll get that downloaded. Luckily, I got fast internet, so I'll be fine. Yeah, sorry for missing that, Danny. Oh, Vallalunga was a punt fest. Yeah, thank you, Charles. I'll definitely, I'll see how much time we have when the server gets back up again. Right, I'm getting the new version of Fuji installed. Still don't have any server information. You were just out with the stirring spoon. What does that mean, Tommy? Okie dokie. Just keeping up with what's happening. There's some spooky stuff going on in the chat here. The track's very, very different. That's exactly what I predicted. I remember in one charged event we were running into Lagos and the track just wasn't good enough, so we changed. Tracks, and it was so different. Yeah, this is going to be a race as to who can chucking out accusations against Charge Racing. Am I? As my team, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, it's going to be very different. It's going to be who can adapt and just kind of weather it out and keep the car on the road. Whew, we've been live for 2 hours and the race hasn't even started. Oh, who winning? Sorry. Who's winning, Tommy? Oh, yeah, it's going to be a new track. I think they're just waiting for it to upload. Some people have tested out the new track and they're saying that it's quite different, so it will be a second. Oh my god. I genuinely don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, this is so difficult. It was so easy and so much fun last time. Why did this have to happen? Oh my god. Oh, you know what I could do? No, it's fine. Because Sod's law dictates as soon as I start doing that, something else will get pulled up. And also, I don't want to bring the AF live stream into any more disrepute than I've already brought it into. Thank you, Tommy. Oh my god. My YouTube has a problem where the audio's all choppy. Like, listen to this. Like, I think it's something to do with my audio driver. I need to, like, reinstall it. But, yeah. I think I'll just mute my mic for 5 minutes and we'll just have a little breather. So it looks like a rolling start will be occurring when the server is finally up and running again. Whew. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I still think it's a little bit strange that the start is going to be based on the original grid positions rather than the current positions that drivers were in. That really does shake up the order of the race a little bit. It means everything's to play for again. Those who were winners at turn 1 are unfortunately going to be a little bit suffering. Oh no, I wouldn't do that. This isn't my account, so I have to be somewhat professional with it. I can't treat it like it's my own private stream where anything goes. I'm afraid I've already been a little bit unprofessional today. That's great. Sleepy was really doing well in the first race, so I look forward to seeing him drive when he gets back on it. Oh my god. I still don't. Oh, it's back up! It's back up! Yes! Yes! We have something happening! Okay. Right. I'm going to put my serious hat back on now. All I want to do is just commentate the race, bruh. Okay, we are rejoining. There will be a rolling start. Which is actually easier for me to film, so that's fine by me. No, I'm not. I'm just crying internally. So we are making our way back onto the server. So all of the drivers are going to be in their own voice chat, coordinating the rolling start, making sure that everyone gets away cleanly. They are going to have to reorganize the drivers, so we're just having a little 3-minute, 5-minute practice just to see what's going on. I unfortunately can't see any of the other cars. I'm going to have to go back into free cam and fly around. There we see Khan. Nice Doppler effect. This is the best I can do because I can't pick any cars until ACTV loads, which takes a lap. So the track looks quite a bit different to the last one. It's still Fuji, but it looks tighter and narrower. It also looks significantly more drab. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully these guys can get to grips with the track a little bit better. It's going to be a lot to get hold of straight away. I wonder how the lap times are going to be like compared to the last version. Oh, I have a kitty cat with me. Oh, I don't know if you can probably hear her meowing. This is Luna, my little pussy cat. She's very needy. Fans of my own stream will be very well acquainted with Luna. They'll know her very well. Ghost Ride the Whip. That would be cool. Yeah, it looks like Fuji's under construction a little bit at the moment. Hang on, let me just try and get a little selfie with me and my cat. There we go. Right, come on, pussycat. I need you to leave me alone because I'm streaming. Oh, there we go. Okie dokie, let's see. I'm a little bit limited. Oh no, no, don't tell me we have a disconnect. Okay, let's find out what's going on. Something has happened. Oh no, I don't know what's going on. Let me see if I can get. Let me see if it's the server or if it's me. It's the server. Oh god. I don't know what happened. Hang on. Alright, all is okay. It wasn't a disconnect. They're just restarting the server because they had to get the time right. And Alan said to me, "You must be having a very difficult time streaming." And I said, "Yes." Just a little bit. It's okay. We'll get there in the end. This is taking so much more of my day than I planned. And we're just waiting again to get the server back up again. I sat there and I wrote before the stream, I wrote all these notes out about each driver. I wrote some stats about them. I was going to use that information throughout the race to be like, oh, John Randall in 12 entries, he's got a best finish of 8th. Can he beat that today? But nothing happened. I tried really hard. Okay, I'm done. I'm done being feeling sorry for myself. Let's go. Shout out to the 18 people who are still here. Thank you. Thank you, Matthew. I feel so bad for you about the restart. It's you were honestly, I think you were in with a really good chance of winning or getting second place today. So I feel really sorry for you on that one. I'm on for a BAFTA. Jesus Christ. Atheist, yeah, atheist. I have some fights. That's true. Fighting's cool, but isn't winning better? We'll see. We'll see how you get on. Well, you're a lot cheerier about it than I would be. If I was in your place, I'd be pretty peed off. It's a good thing I'm not racing in AF2. I'm already racing in too many leagues. Still better than watching F1. I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna say no to that. At least in the red flags and F1 stuff happens. I'm trying my best here. I've interviewed everyone already. Everyone else is busy. Oh, the server's still down. Oh yeah, no, tomorrow's going to be a really boring race in F1. Putin at the podium, oh Jesus Christ. Anyone seen that video of him driving the 2012 Renault? That's pretty funny. Yeah, no, I'm not looking terribly forward to the Russian Grand Prix. I've noticed in all the coverage they've been talking about how bad the track condition is, how the track is just because it's unused. The whole like Sochi complex has just been abandoned since the Winter Olympics, and so it's just kind of a complete like it's turned into like Valencia, where it's just a complete abandoned graveyard, and the track's really deteriorated. And they're just talking about saying, oh, there's some characteristic bumps on the circuit. Nah, bro, just say the circuit's trash. It is trash. Even when it was brand new, it was awful. Yeah, I feel sorry for F1 drivers having a race on that terrible track. Oh dear. But yeah, I'm sure Vlad will make an appearance tomorrow. What happened to Robert Schwartzman in F2 today? Didn't his like tire fall off or something like that? I feel really bad for him. I think he's the best driver in F2, and I think conspiracy theory, the FIA are manufacturing a Mick Schumacher win for marketing purposes. My house isn't a mess; it just has characteristic bumps. Exactly. God damn. Still just waiting for the server. Okay, right. It appears to be back up again. Let's try and get back in. Oh god. I'm waiting to join so I don't steal somebody's nice livery by mistake. So there is now 45 minutes on the clock, so it will be effectively a sprint race from the moment we get back in. That's all right, Tommy. Thank you so much for being here. I hope it all goes well. I'm sure you can watch later what happens. It's going to be a 45-minute sprint to the end, so anything could happen. It's going to be probably a no pit stop run to the end. So people are going to be carrying a lot of fuel and dead tires by the end of the race. We'll see. Everyone's loading in with the wrong liveries. Just waiting to get back in. Okay, let's try and load back in. Okay, right, I can take my red flag message down. Let's see. Oh, that's good. I'm so glad, Titan. That would really suck. I've been camping out inside my house the last 7 months, really trying not to get COVID. Hey, Guinea, how's it going? It's been terrible. We had a 20 minutes since the race. We had a massive server crash, and we've had to move to a different version of the track. So there's a lot going on. We've had a lot of downtime, unfortunately. I have no idea how long it's even been. It's been 87 years. Yeah, we had a massive server problem, so the race has been red flagged. It'll now be a 45-minute sprint to the end. We're trying our best to recover. Oh god, I can't get on the server. But yeah, we're having to move to a completely different version of Fuji, so it's going to be a race to adapt and get back in the groove and try and learn in. Oh dear. I feel really bad for Ren because he had a 10-second lead in the GTE class and the faster drivers got caught up in the Turn 1 incident and now his lead's been effectively lost. Yeah, the liveries are all wrong as well. This has kind of turned into a bit of a mess, but this is how we learn, and this is how you learn and make things better by learning from the mistakes, not repeating them. I'll try my best, Titan. I'll try my best. I showed most of them off in the last race. Here we go. Right. I am now back in the server. Let's have a look and see what's happening. So here we are in a new version of Fuji. Different to the old one we were running, as we see one of the Martini Corvettes just going around the first corner. So moving to a different version of the same track is a lot more difficult than you might think. You are going to have to be adapting so much because all of your braking points are different. The track's going to be subtly different in ways like track width and gradients. It's going to be bumps and weird little bits that weren't there in the other version. The grip's going to be different. Everything's going to look different. It's going to be a whole new experience. It's still fundamentally the same track. You go left in the same places and right in the same places, but it will feel wildly different. I did hear a message that the P1 leader before the restart, Sleepy, feels even more confident on this track than the last one, so he could be even quicker when we get going again. Oh, sorry, Titan. Oh, so in this short practice session, so you might have only rejoined and you only have a couple minutes, you need to learn very quickly what tyre compound is going to work for you and what fuel is going to be, because your fuel usage is going to be a little bit different and you need to calculate your fuel usage really quickly. Especially as it's a 45-minute race, and if you're taking a pit stop, you're going to be hurt by that. It'll be very interesting to see how this goes when we get started again. Oop, trying to fly over a little bit with the helicam. It's a significantly murkier day in the hills of Japan by Mount Fuji. Where is the mountain? I'm guessing that's the mountain over there, the big one. Can we go visit the mountain? Can we go? How far can we go? Oh wow, we can actually go really far. It's that Microsoft Flight Simulator. The beautiful Mount Fuji! Oh my god! Where's the racetrack? There's the racetrack. Okay, we could come back from the beautiful Mount Fuji. Okay, let's go have a look. Oh, there's some different cameras on this track too, as we see Khan taking turn 1 in the helicam. Although Khan seems to be stopping. As the session is now over, drone shot. If drones could go like 700 miles an hour. Can you tell I'm tired? Oh, that sucks, Titan. Yeah, I would have gone some places too this year if COVID hadn't happened. Unfortunately, my whole year's worth of work got cancelled. Boo hoo hoo. What rave is that in the pits? It's the rave of poor. They've restarted the practice to give everyone time to get to grips with it again. That means I only have a couple. I have to wait again before I can start selecting cars. Khan getting out on track nice and early. That awesome Space Raiders Aston Martin also getting out nice and early, looking great. Yeah, that's how I feel. It's also, I'm also tired. I'm also incredibly anxious because doing this stream has been really difficult. Oh my god. That's the thing, like when I've done like a fair bit of live streaming. I haven't done much in the last 2 or 3 weeks, but for the last year or so, more than a year, I've been live streaming like a couple times a week. And if you're ever having a bad stream, you can just say, "Oh, I'm not feeling good today, guys. I'm just gonna go bye." But I can't do this because I've got a race to cover. If you're having technical problems and you're getting really anxious, it's just like you can just be like, "All right, I'll come back to this another time when I've worked out what's going wrong." But I can't do anything. I'm trapped. I have a race to commentate on while I'm in the middle of having a like anxious meltdown. It's all good. Oh dear. So, getting back into the swing of things slowly, we had Sleepy was leading the LMP1 class, looking very, very quick, almost unchallenged. We had Krulas in second place, who, despite driving very quickly, was causing some issues on the track. So it'll be interesting to see if he can just calm down, set himself down, get into a rhythm, and not cause any more contact with drivers. Josh Brooks will be really interesting to see him get back into the mixed LMP1s too. I think he was carrying some really heavy damage from that first start, and so he was well off the pace, and he was almost 15 seconds back by the time the red flag came out. Oh dear, sorry. Excuse me. I had a burrito before the stream started. And in the LMP1 class, oh god, there's action on the track in practice. I have no idea what happened there. In the LMP1 class, I believe Dirty will be given his pole position back, despite falling back at the initial start. So Dirty will be pretty on fire for the start of the race. I believe Drio was second and Matthew Turner was third or fourth. So Matthew Turner was doing really well in the race. He was leading the GTE class by about 10 seconds. So it'll be really, really tough for him. See if he can get back up and get back into the groove and make some places up. Okay, I'm in someone's car. Someone needs my Audi back, so I'm jumping in the other one. Okay, right, let's see. I guess I'll take a Toyota then. I can't remember who I Have Poor is, but they're yelling at me. Oh shit, I didn't see the message. That's the thing. If you are doing the camera in Assetto Corsa, you have to be in the race in a car. It's super weird, but that's just how it works, unfortunately. So in this now renewed practice session, Bright has set a 1 minute 30, which is similar-ish pace to what we were doing on the old track. We were down to 126s in qualifying on the old track, so it'll be very interesting to see how the lap times compare once we get started again. While the P1s were just on the touch of the 1 minute 40s, I think Dirty did an absolutely fantastic 139.9 during qualifying. He was really, really quick. It must be so hard for these drivers having to adapt to essentially a new version of the track on the fly. Everything's going to be so different. Okay, are we going to start the race? I do not know. Yes, we are going to be starting the race. So let's get into my free camera mode. And let's try and get a good view of the start. Luckily we had a pretty decent view of the action last time, so I'll try my best to get a view on it again today. Oh, it must be so tense for these guys restarting. Someone's missing from the grid. Oh, I know, they're rolling starting. That's what's happening. Because I was going to say there are cars everywhere. So all the cars are out of order because there has not been a qualifying session. So what will be happening is the cars will be doing a rolling start, reforming in, oh, they're restarting again because someone's not there. The cars will be restarting in a rolling start and forming the grid up. So that'll be a little bit of chaos, everyone trying to get their correct positions back. I imagine we'll be doing 1 or 2 rolling laps before the session starts. Someone's revving their engine and burning all their petrol up. That's probably not a good idea, considering it's going to be essentially a no-stop sprint race. So, and the lights are on. So now, oh, there's people reversing off the grid. This is going to be a... someone's speeding off. Oh, God. I have no idea. Everyone's going to be in the voice chat. They're going to be... I think they're doing it 1 by 1. So all the time this is happening, you are going to be... all the time this is happening, you are going to be in a complete fuddle. Your tires are going to be getting cold. People are going to be really trying not to crash into one another. I have no idea who's in what car now, so it's going to be a very, very difficult kind of thing to guess. Everyone's in the wrong liveries now because the server all got messed up. People are just dancing about on the grid. This is a truly bizarre spectacle. So here we go. Cars are lining up at the end. We have Sleepy. We have Slowy first, which is Miguel, who's definitely not there. Then we have Sleepy and Josh Brooks, who's now in the charged car by the looks of it. It's going to take a while to learn who's in what car again. Some people are in the pits. Oh, there are cars all over the place. Is this BMW going to smack into somebody? What are they doing? Don't drive backwards, you're going to get disqualified. Don't drive backwards, you're going to get disqualified. Oh, God. Cars are slowly forming up at the start of the grid. This is truly one of the more bizarre spectacles you'd ever see. No, Slowy is Miguel. He was not in the race. He was not in the race, so I don't know what's. I think it's just somebody else is in his livery. And so it's showing up on our screen as that. I have no idea who it is. We'll have to just find out. Oh, This is truly a bizarre spectacle. And so we have, right here, the world's most expensive car park. As we see Sleepy now. Actually, Slowy might be the pace car. That actually makes sense. So we see what I can only assume is Sleepy, just sitting there warming his tyres. Let's say hello. Hello. There's a great looking shot actually of all these P1s just sitting here in the world's most complicated and expensive car park. So slowly the train is forming up. As we see one of the charged drivers. And there's a car. This, I can only assume, must be Miguel. Chilling at the end of the pit lane. Oh, there's cars on the grass. This must be such a nightmare to work out. I have no idea what's going on here. What is going on here? Someone's honking their horn obnoxiously. Oh, god damn. I bet that's Lipsy doing this. Stop it. Stop it, Lipsy. Drive properly. I'm guessing that's probably Dirty in the Aston Martin. Lipsy's trying to psych him out. So, and the snake is starting to form with the GTE cars. Almost 5 minutes of our race has been spent doing this. Oh my god. And I bet they're still going to have a massive crash. Oh my. This is truly the most bizarre thing you'll ever see in a sim racing broadcast. And I'm glad we got to share this experience together. And it looks like we have finally formed a grid, as chaotic as it is. And we are away. Oh, I can only assume it must be Miguel leading the pace lap. Here we go. We'll see as it goes on. Okay, let's follow them round. There will no doubt be carnage down the order, I have to say. In my experience in rolling starts, see, there's someone going backwards. Stuff's going to be happening. I have no idea who that is. Everyone looks to be slowly getting away. And now the snake is starting to form up as we get around the track. Indy 250 was even weirder. You know what? I don't want to know. Oh my god. Okay, we are finally getting away. It looks like nobody's managed to hit each other yet from what I can see, but they almost certainly will. Oh god. Some of these cars are getting very close. The Space Raiders, Aston Martin, and this Martini Corvette getting a little bit close for comfort. People are trying to desperately warm their tyres up after sitting on the grid for 5 minutes. Nearly 10 minutes at this point, so it looks like we are going to have a 35-minute sprint to the finish when it happens. I can't seem to get any closer TV cams. These are the only TV cams there are on this track. It's just the best I can do, unfortunately. 3 restarts and many more safety cars. Oof. Okay, and it looks like I can only assume that is... Oh god, cars are backing into each other. I don't know why. The pace car seems to have stopped. Everyone's stopped again. I think more drivers are out of order and they're fixing it. Oh man. Poor Crab. Okay, and the snake is going again, and the pace car is in, and it is go, finally on this restart for this race. And it looks like Sleepy has gotten a nice getaway. Joshua Brooks is up to second. Krulas has been passed for 4th place. Let's see what he can do about that. There are some going-ons happening down in the GTE field. We have Drio and Lipsia side by side. As Miguel, the pace car driver, falls down. Let's see what can Lipsy and Drio do as we go into the corner. Oh, braking very late around the outside. Can Lipsy hold it? No, it gets done on the cutback. Lots of action in the GT field. The P1 cars have spread out remarkably quickly, although Krulas has gotten past Josh Brooks. Although he looks to be off the track there. Something must have happened there. And Josh gets the cutback on the inside. Oh, it's a 3-way battle here with Bright coming in as well. And Joshua Brooks is up to 3rd. Krulas falls down. Oh, and there's been a punt. There's been a punt. There has been a punt. I think that was Krulas. I mean, I don't really know what to say at this point. That looked to me again like he just completely dived into the corner, and somebody is round. I think that is Josh. Oh, and it just gets worse for Josh Brooks. He's just spun out on the new version of the track and been collected by some of the other cars. He was probably carrying damage after that punt, so oh no. So Sleepy at the front has checked out. We have Colin Backer, who's up to 2nd. He's done really well on that restart. Looks like it's all going to be over for Josh Brooks after this. Oh, we have Krulas up to 3rd, again causing contact. That will no doubt be looked at after the race. You know, I really hate to pile on the dude, but he's not managed to keep his car out of trouble in the 2 races he's had this week. Khan is battling Josh Brooks. Oh, Josh must be carrying damage at this point. He's really dropping back. And we have Matthew Turner is 2 seconds behind It's Dirty now. He's doing very well holding 2nd place, but I think his opportunity to win is going to be gone after this restart. He got really hit hard by that. He was 10 seconds ahead. It's hard. This track doesn't have TV cameras, so I'm kind of limited with what I can do. I can go on board and stuff, but we have Dunn and Krabs are battling really, really hard. Let's try and see how they're doing. I'll try and do some orbit cam. Oh, and Dunn just falls behind Zeif and Krabs. Can Zeif get in on... Oh, Zeif is in a different car. I can't tell who's in what car anymore. Everyone's in their wrong liveries. Yeah, this track doesn't have proper trackside cams. It only has like helicopter cam. So I'm a little bit limited with what I can do, unfortunately. Oh, and they make touch, and that was ridiculous from Simon. That was really ridiculous. It's a real shame when you see the same drivers causing incidents time and time again. He was off the track. That was a really bad rejoin again from Simon. You got to be more careful when doing stuff like that. Unfortunately, didn't see the incident that preceded him going off the track, but that was very lucky that wasn't worse. So things are quietening down, and oh, I don't know what happened there, but Matthew Turner seemed to have been passed by Lipsy, but he's got back ahead. Oh, and something's happening there, and Lipsy is round. Oh, no, it was Tellis, sorry. Tellis and Lipsy are around. It's really hard to tell the two liveries. They made contact there, and now Drio is coming back up into third place. He's fighting Lipsy, who's losing time after that contact. Oh, again, that'll have to be one for after the race there. I don't know what happened. Oh, that's a real shame for Tellis. Went from third place. Oof. See, Josh is making his way back up. He must be carrying some damage after those hits he had. It's a great three-way battle going on here between these two cars. We have Simon Novak, Khan, and Joshua Brooks. And Simon Novak is slow, but he closes the door. Khan goes around the inside, and they make touch, and Josh comes through. Oh, no. And Khan being caught in contact there with Simon Novak again. Who are you? I have poor. I can't tell by your username. Are you Miguel? Hang on. Oh, I feel sorry for Khan there. Got caught out. Oh, okay. Hi, so the server restarted. We had a lengthy red flag. And, yeah. It's still a crash fest at this point. Simon Novak and Josh Brooks. What's going to happen here? Is Simon going to reattempt the pass? Oh, we have a ridiculous dive bomb coming from Alexandru there. That was ridiculously late. And something has happened. Sleepy has lost some time. Sleepy is sliding. I have no idea what's happening. Oh, and Sleepy has crashed. No. Oh, no. Poor Sleepy. We'll have to see what happened there. Did he make contact? Oh, no. And so we have Baka and Krulas are now in the lead. I don't know what happened up the front. I'll have to keep an eye on that one. But Krulas and Baka are now fighting for the lead. I certainly hope there wasn't any contact involved. But Sleepy was so far ahead. I don't know what happened to him, how he would have lost so much time. He had 7-second lead. I'm watching back on my my monitor is about a minute behind, so I'm just watching to see what happened. Something must have just happened to Sleepy. He must have lost the car. And so Josh and Sleepy are now battling, it seems. Sleepy must have picked up some damage from that. Down at the back of the pack, Arthur and Alan are battling hard as well. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Sleepy. He obviously had some kind of problem. He's picked up some damage and lost the car. That's a real shame. Sleepy had been driving so well. Looks like he's a little bit too far back to get into that now. He's good 15, 16 seconds off the leaders. Alan and Arthur going really, really good in this battle here. Alan's on the outside. That Corvette muscling down the straights. Even with that restrictor and ballast, it's still really fast. Sleepy and Josh Brooks are battling here. Maybe we'll see some absolutely amazing laps from Sleepy to get back out into first place. It'd be so sad to see the Rich Energy car lose the win today after such a great drive. My boy's got to put in like 2 seconds a lap if he wants to catch up. That's a lot. Well, I mean, catching the time up is one thing, but passing Metal Gear Krulas without getting killed is another, so we'll have to see. Oh my god. Let's see what's happened. Zyph and Drio are going into turn 1. What's going to happen here? Can Zyph get the move done around the outside? He brakes late. Can he make it stick? Oh, he leaves it. He's a bit too kind with his space there, Zyph. And Drio is through. And something has happened. Baka and Krulas are really fighting here. What's going to happen? Lead was taken out by Krulas. You are kidding me. You are kidding me, Ben. Let's go fucking Sleepy. Justice for Sleepy. I swear to God, I'm watching. If I see Krulas do some more stuff, I swear, man. Here we go. What's going to happen? If he makes contact, if he hits back or off, I'm going to vote kick him in the race. What's going to happen? Tellis died. Yeah, I saw Tellis and Lipsy made contact. What's going to happen? Let's go on board with Krulas. Let's get to sit in the eyes of the murderer. Oh, this is a fantastic battle. They are fighting traffic. Krulas is trying to come through. Bakker's doing a great job. Oh, and someone spins in front of him, and Krulas is round. Oh. I wish I could be a bit more sympathetic. He had to take avoiding action trying to avoid the BMW and then just lost the car, so that gives Bakker a little bit of breathing space. And Sleepy is not that far behind. He's now only going to be 8 seconds behind Krulas, so he's got a chance of going back in. Now we see Krulas just absolutely storming past these GTEs. He must be furious after that. Josh Brooks is back ahead of Sleepy, and Sleepy goes for the move on the inside. Woo! He is on boost there, you can absolutely tell. What happened to Josh? Maybe he got a poor exit? He said a very quick lap, a 129.9. But Sleepy gets the move done. Right, he needs to get up the road and get moving. In the GTE class, It's Dirty has a 10-second lead, but Runner-Up is doing a fantastic job just holding on to second place. Lipsy is now 5 seconds behind. Joshua Brooks and Sleepy are at it again. I think they must just be boosting off of each other every kind of corner and rinsing it, because now they can both smell blood at this rate. Let's see if Krulas can be catching up. But all the time, Josh and Sleepy are battling, and Bright has gone into the lead ahead of Bakker. I don't know what happened there. I didn't realize Bright was even up there. Let's see what happens. I did not realize that. And woo-hoo-hoo! Bakker is coming back at him. Let's see, can he get the move done? This is some fantastic racing going on here. Lots of action. Just a shame we had to wait so long for the restart. Oh no, there's a Porsche in the way. I think that's Drio. They're coming through to lap him. What can Bakker do? Can he get back ahead of Bright? Bright was quick in the pre-practice. Zyfe is yelling in the chat that something happened. Zyfe is in 5th place, so he looks to be doing okay. Oh, Krulas and Brooks. Oh, and Krulas is off. What happened there? What happened there? Krulas looks to have had an incident, and Joshua Brooks is through, and Sleepy is through as well. Maybe Metal Gear Krulas struck again. I saw Josh Brooks seem to be going slowly, so maybe they had some contact. If anyone in the voice chat could relay information to me, that would be great. I would join it, but I'm scared of getting yelled at. And Novak has come past Krulas as well, who will no doubt be diving into this corner. No prisoners taken. Simon Novak versus Gomez Krulas. That's an unstoppable force versus an immovable object there. Ooh, one of the Corvettes runs wide. Oh, and John seems to be having a tough time again. More justice for Sleepy. Sleepy's still now behind Josh Brooks. I think he's carrying some damage. It's all to play for at the lead now. We have 3 really quick drivers hounding down 2 pretty damn quick drivers on their own. We have Bright and Bakker who are battling for the lead. What can they do? How long can they hold off these 3 raging P1s behind them? In GTE, all is pretty quiet. It's Dirty is still leading. He's got a 15-second lead over Ren, who is maintaining his gap to Lipsy, who's maintaining his gap to Drio, who's maintaining his gap to Zyfe. All is pretty stable in GTE at the moment. Everything to play for on P1 though. These guys are going for the win. Bright seems to be slowly pulling away from Bakker. He's putting in some better lap times. I wonder how quick Josh Brooks is going to be when he gets going. Let's see what his lap time was. Yeah, he was a couple seconds faster. And Sleepy sitting a full 2 seconds faster than anybody else on the track. He's going to be up there. Oh, and Sleepy goes down the inside. I did not see that coming. Oh, that was a fantastic move, I have to say. It is very rare that you catch Josh Brooks out like that. He is not the kind of driver that leaves the space at the corner. He's always one of the toughest cars to overtake. He's a fantastic defender. Sleepy absolutely got in there, but Josh is coming back now. That's the thing. When you're in these prototypes, if you're boosting and you get caught by traffic, that's it. Can Josh go for the move? Not quite there. Oh, and Sleepy hesitates, and he's lost the place again. I cannot believe it. These 2 guys are holding each other up so much. I know from a good experience that a battle with Josh is never done. It's very, very hard to pull away from him. Oh, and Sleepy's getting held up now right by the outside by one of these Corvettes. Oh, and the Corvette doesn't know what to do. He's in a poor little sandwich. What can Sleepy do? Brilliant move by Sleepy to get around the traffic. That is how you navigate traffic. Please watch some P1 drivers. You get stuck behind a car. It sucks to be you, unfortunately. You can't just kill them. Oh my god. And Khan and I can't remember his name, Alexandra, are having a really close battle as well. Backus into the 29s, and Backer has taken the lead. Ooh, and they go side by side into the corner. Colin Backer's having a fantastic race since this restart happened. What are Josh and Sleepy going to do? Are they going to continue holding each other up? Because they both easily have the pace to catch up. And Sleepy's at it again. Oh, there's fights for the lead happening. There are so many battles going on right now. I can't keep up. Oh, and Bright drops a little bit back from Colin. These two are having a fantastic battle. Oh my god. The thing is with these prototypes, because you have their ERS deployment, their hybrid charge, you get a certain amount to use on each lap. And what you can do is you can store it all up, and then in one part of the track you can just outboost your opponent. And then the amount of power you get from these cars, especially in the Toyota. The Toyota has an enormous amount of power on the boost. Its internal combustion engine is less powerful than the Audi. But when you save up your boost in the Toyota and you fully deploy it... Oh, and Backer runs a little bit wide there. He's caught out on the rumble strips. And Bright takes the lead again. As I was saying, if you save up all your boost in the Toyota, you get such a humongous amount of pace when you deploy it all at once, but it means you have to nibble away and save it up throughout the lap and avoid getting in trouble. Krulas must be having some damage because he's really struggling right now. He's still behind Simon. As I look, he spins again. Oh no, it's just going from bad from worse to him. Like I said, I wish I had sympathy. Well, maybe some humble pie will help to calm him down a little bit in future races. And Joshua Brooks is setting the pace right now, a little bit quicker than Sleepy. He seems to be hurting for pace. There's only 20 minutes to go. Joshua Brooks is 10 seconds behind. The leaders have been ding-donging back and forth and holding each other up, so the gap isn't too insurmountable. A driver like Josh or Sleepy both have the pace to catch these guys up front. Bright and Colin Backer are still fighting. This is going to be an absolutely thrilling four-way fight for the lead at this rate. Honestly, save your bets because any one of these drivers could win this race right now. I wish I could show more in the GT action, but unfortunately not a whole lot's happening. Let's go give Mr. Krabs his 4 seconds of screen time. Chilling behind his teammate Artur. These guys are always really close for each other. I would love to see Sleepy win. I think Sleepy has done a really good job with this race today, and he was a really nice guy when I spoke to him as well in the interview. So let's see, Colin Backer and Bright are still going for that win. Let's go on board with Colin and see what he sees going into turn 1. So all now, when you come out the corner, it's just who saved up their boost left, like who's got the most boost left. And as you can see, Bright, who's in the Toyota, just has that extra boost left, so he can just disappear up the road. The Toyota does have more deploy than the Audi, but the Audi has a more powerful internal combustion engine, so it's all about balance. The Audi's going to be faster when you're not using the boost, but if you save your boost up in the Toyota, you get a good run, you can just bam, put the hammer down and fly away. As you can see, Bright has just torn away, making up 2 seconds of time from the start of the lap. But that means he's going to be hurting for boost at the end of the lap though, so we will see Backer come back. It's a fantastic amount of strategy and management with these LMP1s. They're really exciting cars to drive. The fight for third place between Josh and Sleepy has calmed down, and Josh is really reeling in these guys at the front now. The gap's gone down from 10 seconds to only 7 seconds. Oh, and I think Sleepy's off. Oh no, and Sleepy's had some problems. I don't know what happened there, but he's let Simon Novak go through. I think Sleepy is just struggling for pace or has damage. That's a real shame. I feel so bad for Sleepy. Zeif's doing a really great job holding on to 4th place at the moment. He's fighting with Drio for 5th place. Sorry, he's fighting with Drio for 4th. Come on, Zeif. Alexandru and Khan are still fighting. Come on, Khan. And Khan goes around the inside. Oh, and he holds around the inside. That's a... Oh, no. But Alexandru gets the drive off of the exit. Bright setting at 129. Backer can only manage a 30. Let's see what Josh Brooks can manage. A 29.2. It's fast, but it's not quite fast enough to catch back up. Josh is going to have to really work to bring down that gap. He's only got 17 minutes to make up 8 seconds. And Sleepy's in the pits. I don't know if he's repairing his damage. Krulas gets his place back. That's an unfortunate turn of events for Sleepy. I don't know what's happened. Maybe he's retiring. He's got a problem. Or he's just fixing some damage. We'll have to see. Oh, it's such a sad result for Sleepy, though. Maybe his tires have gone. Drio and Zypher still at it as Sleepy exits the pits. He probably took a tyre change. Oh, and Drio falls a little bit wide there. Oh, poor Sleepy's down to 8 now because of his pit stop. That's a real shame. And Khan and Alexandru are still battling. These guys are really going for it. Am I vaping commentator? No. I'm sorry, I'm incredibly anxious right now. Can Khan get the move done? He's looking really hungry for this 6th place. Go on, Khan. Don't let him intimidate you. Oh, that's some very good defending from Alexandru there. Doesn't give Khan an inch. Oh, and they very nearly touch. Khan gets a good exit, but he can't do anything with it, unfortunately. And now Alexandru has managed to bolt away a little bit. Joshua Brooks has managed to reel in the gap a little bit. He's got the gap down to under 7 seconds now. What can he do? He's only got 15 minutes. He's going to have to get past Backer, who we've seen earlier will not go down without a fight. And Khan is past Alexandru for now. These guys are going to go back and forth for a while, I can already tell you. Not much going on in GTE. Zypher and Drio are still really close. Going to keep an eye on Khan. And and Alexandru comes back again. That Toyota just has more deploy. But Khan goes for a super late move, and can he get it done? No. Oh, unfortunately, Khan outbrakes himself, and Alexandru goes through. I'm sure we'll catch up with those guys a little bit later. Let's see. Zypher and Drio still on the case. Let's go on board with Drio and see what he sees. Starting to settle down now. Everyone's kind of starting to spread out in their natural order. But with only, effectively half an hour of track time, people are still a little bit unsure on some of their braking points here today. This would be a fantastic 5th place for Zypher if he can hold it on. Actually a 4th place even now. He's ahead of Drio. With Matthew Turner still doing really well in 2nd, holding off Lipsy. I know how quick Lipsy is, so Ren's doing a really great job there today. I just feel so sorry for him. Oh, and Sleepy's got ahead of Khan. Sleepy's back on the move now with some fresh tyres. See how high he can climb back up again. But I do feel a bit sad for Matthew Turner because he had such a lead before the red flag came out. And I'm sure he'll be very happy with the 2nd place, and I'm sure Dirty would have caught up to him anyway. But you never know, anything happens in these races. Anything happens. I would have loved to see Matthew take a win today. He really is a fantastic driver. And I'm sure he's having a real hard time wrestling that car around, but he's doing a really great job. As I say that, he goes off the track, so I won't commentate as curse him anymore. Unfortunately, Josh just cannot bring the gap down. It's now 7.4 seconds. It's not really going much further. I think his battles with Sleepy were just too long, and it held him up too much. Great job from Sleepy getting back in the fight, though, and he's almost already caught up with Alexandru. It would have been very easy for Sleepy just to DNF when that happened, but he's done a really great job getting back in the fight. All props to Sleepy. Drio setting a fast time. Can he close in on Zypher, though? Still just 1 second away. Zeif's doing such a good job of hanging him on. Drio's a really good driver as well. This is a nice, strong field today. And go and check in with Mr. Krabs. He's doing okay. He's just fallen a little bit back from his teammate Artur. They were having a good battle early on in the race, but he starts to drop back now as we see Josh Brooks. I can only assume, or is that Simon Novak trying to work his way through the traffic? And Krulas is coming in on Simon Novak. They get held up by traffic. The two immovable objects meet again. What's going to happen? Oh, and Simon goes wide and he's off the track. Oh, it's so easy to get caught out, and Krulas goes back up to 4th place. Sleepy has gotten past Alexandra and he's back up to 6th place. He's got a long way to go to catch up to 5th though. If these guys have any more instants, it could happen. That's a shame for Simon Novak to lose his place. Now he's stuck behind one of the Corvettes. Oh, that's such a shame. Really bad luck for Simon Novak there. And Simon Novak has gotten past Krulas. What happened? Oh, and Krulas is gone. Something has happened and Krulas has gone. He is back to the pits. I don't know what happened there. I do not know what happened there, but something happened to Krulas and he is now gone. He has escaped back to the pits. I can only assume he had a monumental crash. Unfortunately, I caught it too late. Is he back to the pits? Is he going to come back out? That would have lost him a lap, so I don't know what happened there. It's going to be a P5 to Sleepy. I don't know if Krulas is disconnecting or he's just escaped back to the pits. I don't know, based on how Krulas treats other people, I have limited sympathy for him right now, so he's going to have to redeem himself a little bit first. I'm not quite sure what's happening with him. He's now behind Khan and behind John Randall. He's now essentially last in the P1. I'm not sure if he's coming back out. I'll stay with him a little bit longer. That means Joshua Brooks is now still just under 6 seconds away from the leaders. I don't know if he's going to make it up in time. I think Bright has this race now. Very well earned fight. He brilliantly fought with Backer earlier on in the race. He has a penalty. I'm guessing he would have done if he escaped back to the pits. But I have to say that would be a well-deserved win for Bright. After all the action up front, it was there for the taking. And while Josh and Sleepy and Krulas had problems, Bright jumped in. Colin Backer had a great race too, but between the fight and him and Bright won out. He really drove intelligently, used his boost, saved it up, and managed to pull away from Backer on the straight. He didn't let himself get held up. It's been a very, very good drive, but as we've seen, anything can still happen. Krulas is still in the pits. I don't know if he's coming back out. At this point, he might be falling behind the GTEs. Matthew Turner doing a really great job in second place in the GTE class. He's now been out a 7.5 second lead on Lipsy, and Lipsy is pretty clear of Zeif, and Zeif has managed to hold off Drio for 4th place, so Zeif's having a really great race today. Very proud of him. I know he had a real tough time at the Silverstone round, and he ended up DNFing, so I'm very pleased to see Zeif doing such a great job. Zeif, of course, being one of the admins of Charged Sim Racing Community, does a fantastic job of running that place despite only being 15 years old. Him and his co-admin Fyodor are two really awesome teenagers from Holland who run a really nice, friendly community. I very much like the AC community. It's very nice. Oh, what's happened? What's happened? Oh, no, I think Matthew Turner has just passed Krulas, who's still in the pits. He's now falling behind the GTEs. That has to be it for him. I don't know if he's getting back out onto the track. Bruh, I don't hate. I'm not. I'm talking about how nice the AC community is and how Zeif and Fyodor are really nice, mature, smart dudes. No, I love racing with them every week. They're my friends. I don't know if Krulas is coming back out. I think at this point, if he were to rejoin the race, he would only be a hazard for other cars. So we'll have to see what happens with him. Joshua Brooks still just cannot get it done. Gap's 5 seconds. He's closing in, but it's just not going to be enough. He might be able to squeeze second place, but I think the win's going to be off the cards for him today. Sleepy again is absolutely driving valiantly. He's setting blisteringly hot lap times, but he's just so far back after having to take that pit stop. He's already put 25 seconds on Alexandra in only a couple of laps, so he's really burning the pace. I feel so bad for Sleepy. He's very unlucky today. I'll hopefully we'll speak to him after the race. And Krulas is still in the pits. The gap between Zyph and Drio has closed up a little bit again. Let's see if Drio can get back up there. As we see the brilliant work of Miguel on the back of this Porsche right here, which is being driven by the wrong person because the server got messed up. As we see, Sleepy wastes no time getting through the traffic. But yeah, some great Dark Souls memes from Miguel on the back of this Porsche. This AlphaTauri Porsche. A Porsche powered by Honda. Oh no, and Sleepy is gone. Oh no, poor Sleepy. And that's, I believe that's, no it's not, it's Dirty. I can't remember who that was, but another Aston Martin. Oh no, Sleepy's in a right mess. Oh no, what's he gonna do? Oh no, is he gonna hit Ren? Oh my god. That was a trouser tightening moment with one of the Corvettes. I believe that was maybe Arta, it was missed maybe Crab. Oh, what is happening with Sleepy, my guy? That was a really, really hairy moment. Oof. And Sleepy is dropped behind Khan. Be interesting to see if he can make his way back up before the end of the race. The gap between Josh Brooks and Bakker is now down to only 2.7 seconds. Can Josh get it done? He's only got 6 minutes left. That's only like maybe 4 or 5 laps. What's going to happen? Oh, poor Sleepy. Lost almost 20 seconds. Well, actually more than that. He lost almost 25 seconds because of that crash. Joshua setting a 28. He really is getting a move on right now. He needs to get back into this race. Oh no, and it's such a shame. Such a shame Josh got contact and got held up again. Oh, gap's back to 3.1 seconds. It's so interesting to see how organic the differences in pace are with these cars, especially the P1s like the Audi and the Toyota. They're both so different in different parts of the track, and it's one of the most personal ways of driving, how you choose to deploy your energy. It's so interesting how drivers use their boost differently, and how, like, as we can see, Josh Brooks has made up like almost 2 seconds in this sector. Oh, but he's caught behind one of the Corvettes. But Josh has really caught up to Bakker now. I think Bakker's really been struggling with traffic, and Josh has been using his boost and managing his car really well, and Bakker's really wide going into the final corner. Josh will be mashing that deploy button trying to catch up, but as you can see, Bakker gets on his boost as well. Maybe he'd save more of his boost up until the straight, and look at that gap go. That gap's gone up by basically a second on this straight. That's the power of the hybrid deploy. Novak is in the pits. Let's have a look. No, he's not. Krulas is still in the pits. I'm guessing he's been parked. Let's see. Oh, Josh has got traffic now. What can he do? Simon. Oh, and Alexandra has gone round. Simon Novak remains his 4th place. Sleepy's got 10 seconds to make up. Let's go back to this fight between Josh and Bakker, because this is going to be a good one. Okay, maybe Novak was quick then. Let's see, what can Josh do? Oh, there's traffic. This is going to be a fantastic move. There's a Corvette in the way. What are they going to do? Oh! Oh! And that poor Corvette having to stay out the fight between these two Titans, and Josh goes for it. He sees the opportunity, mashes his boost, gets in there. That was a really sneaky move from Josh Brooks, and I don't believe it. Is that... No, that's not Bright ahead of him. That is going to be, I believe, Khan. About to go 1 lap down, I think. Well, that could be John Randall. So Joshua Brooks is through. I have no doubt he'll pull away now once he's got past Backer. But he's only got through. Oh no, and Backer's back on the boost. I spoke too soon there. That's the power of boost. He must have just been saving it up. Josh obviously used all of his, doing that sneaky move. So I thought Josh was going to disappear. He's got to try and get back to... yeah, and Krulas has disconnected. What a shame. all that for all that pain just to retire. And Josh is coming back, and I'm imagining Back has probably used up quite a lot of his boost trying to run away from Josh. Let's just see. It's such an amazing aid for overtaking and racing in these cars when you have hundreds of horsepower available at the push of a button for only a certain period of time. What can Josh do? Can he get back ahead of Backer? Simon and Alexandra are still battling behind them. And Alexandra has dropped back. Oh, Drio has really caught up to Zyfe. What's going to happen here? Is he going to go for the move? Zyfe has done so well holding him off. I'm guessing Zyfe got held up by that traffic earlier on in the race. Oh, and something's happened up front. Josh, oh, and Zyfe and Drio touch. I don't know where to look. Josh Brooks has gotten ahead of Backer, but he will no doubt be boosting around the corner again. Zyfe and Drio are still really close. It's so hard to overtake around this part of the circuit. Zyfe runs a little bit wide. He's going to have to try and go defensive into this corner. Backer and Josh are battling again. Once again, Backer boosts away. What can Zyfe do? Can he hold on? There's only 1 minute to go. We're starting the final lap. What's going to happen? Can Zyfe hold on? What's going to happen between Josh Brooks? If this is the final lap... Oh, Josh has dropped back again. Backer is so good at using his boost on that straight line. Josh is always catching up throughout the lap, and then Backer is just disappearing. Oh, and Drio's going to have to make a move at turn 1. It's his last opportunity to get this move done. What's going to happen? All that time I'm watching the gap between Josh and Backer. We'll see if that goes to the line. It probably will. Oh, and Drio just can't get there. Zyfe is defending so well. Josh is catching right back up again. I think they're just going to be saving up their boost for that final run. Let's go and have a look what's happening with Josh and Backer as they come into the final section of the track. Drio flying over the bumps there, falling back a little bit. It's going to go to the line. I think they're just playing chicken with each other. Who gets on the boost first? Who uses that hybrid first? Back goes a little bit wide. Josh is right up there. Can Josh go for the move? And he does. They're going to make contact, and they make contact. Oh, that's a very headstrong move from Josh there. Luckily, Backer doesn't lose too much time because of it. And there's contact up ahead. Something has happened. Oh, what's going to happen? And off the line. Backer's going to take second place. Oh, all race. He has just been so good. These two are both in the same car. They're both in the Audi. But there's something that Backer has done to get incredible drive off the line. That's going to be really hard for Josh Brooks losing it on the line. Let's see what's happening with Zyfe and Drio. Looks like Drio has dropped back, so that's going to be a fantastic win for It's Dirty out in front of the GTE pack. Matthew Turner, a spectacular drive as he does a donut across the line to take second place. That'll be really well earned. Lipsy takes third. And it looks like Zyfe is going to hang on to fourth. A fantastic finish. Really great result for Zyfe in a very difficult, troublesome race. Well, I'm so glad we got restarted again because that was a lot of fun once all the drama was finally over. Let's see if we can finally talk to some people. Let's see if we can get Bright on the call. Hey. Okay, I can't believe we're hearing from Bright. Okay, right, let's go. I'm being assaulted by Zyfe, and I'm being assaulted by Zypher and Ren right now. How do I add people to this damn call?
Hello.
Hi Matthew. How do we add Zypher to the call?
Don't know. Hang on a sec.
All right, hang on. Let me try and let me see what we can do. Hang on.
Yeah, we have to add him to this whole group chat thing. I mean, go to
All
our
right.
server.
I don't know how this works. Okay, why don't you start a new group chat and invite me to it when you have Zypher? Okay, I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who we can get. Okie dokie, right. Let's see if we can get Sleepy and I'll try and give him a call. Let's try and get some interviews in. That was a spectacular end to the race. Hang on. It's coming. Hello, Matthew and Zyph. Sorry, I was just talking to Sleepy. He doesn't want to do an interview, so that's fine. Congratulations on your 2nd and 4th place. You guys drove really, really well. How are you feeling?
Please, give me some coffee. My brain's dead.
Oh, mate. Well, how was it for you struggling with the restart? You had all these quick drivers behind you. How did you manage?
Yeah, first of all, the Corvette does not like cold tires, so that was not nice. So that was dirty gone.
It was difficult at the start.
How did you adapt to the different track?
Different track? It was my track.
It was your track?
I said my track.
So you knew how to drive it then?
A little bit.
Well done. Well, you were really, really good. I mean, you were the only guy who was, in the same galaxy as Dirty, so well done. Zyph, your battle with Drio was absolutely amazing. You were really, really on edge. How hard was that trying to keep consistent throughout the whole race?
Well, it's really hard to just keep consistency, especially with all these LMP1s. A lot of the time, in the very, very tight section, there were just 2 LMP1s trying to pass us, also battling at the same time, like 2nd and 3rd place.
That battle was incredible. It went up to the line.
Yeah. It was really good.
I can one up that I had 4 LMPs in the tight section at one point.
Yeah,
and
it was just 4 cars, just like 5 meters apart. It was amazing.
And all that, you're trying to hang on as well and do your own battles.
I had one little touch with an LMP1 at the start of the race, costed me 3 seconds, but that was. I'm really proud of the LMP1.
Don't talk about costing time, Zyph. Do you want me to go into detail, or...?
What happened?
We had a certain fellow called Teles who qualified really well, but because he got taken out by Lipsy, he decided to take his anger out on both me and Lipsy.
Really? What happened?
He brake checked me in the twisty section, and I got spun, which is why Lipsy caught me.
Oh, that's terrible. That's
and
really
then
annoying.
Lipsy got completely blocked by him, and that's how I got my time back.
Okay, well that's a real shame. All right, well thank you so much for your time, guys. Congratulations on your result. I'm going to talk to Josh Brooks really quickly, who was in that fantastic battle. All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, nice work.
Okay, I'll try to manage this really quickly. Trying to get Josh on the call now. Hi Josh, how's it going?
Hello.
God, that was action-packed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You had an absolutely fantastic battle with Colin Backer right up until the line. Yeah. How was he so fast out of that last corner every lap?
I think he was saving his EOS, because every lap I was sort of having... I think he's got manual EOS. So I was using sort of low aggressive all the way through the lap, and I'd blast whatever I have left at the final corner. Obviously that wasn't enough. I'd be able to catch him up by the sort of the 3rd sector, maybe even pass him by the end of the lap, and he'd just go...
Because I was watching it, every lap you'd pull ahead, and then you'd get to the final corner, and he'd disappear a second up the road, and I thought maybe he's in the Toyota and he's got more deploy, but you were both in the Audi. So that just shows the difference in driving styles between prototype drivers.
Yeah, EOS is more of a strategical point than I thought it would be in this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So you weren't tempted on that last lap to save it up because you guys had some lap traffic ahead of you. It was really, really fantastic to watch. I thought you guys were going to hold it up and we're going to have a boost war to the line.
I was actually trying to save. So
Yeah.
I needed a little bit so I can actually catch up to him in the first place.
Yeah, that was an interesting tactic he had though,
wasn't
of getting like a second lead with the boost, and then just defending and waiting for the other guy, like saving your boost and just defending against the person behind you. That was a really fascinating strategy.
Yeah. Was he doing
Risky
that
as hell.
Was he doing that with Bright as well at the front?
Yeah, Bright and Backer had a really good battle too, but again, I think Bright was in the Toyota, so he had more deploy left at the end of the lap. Once Bright broke free, he managed to just get ahead. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, once Bright got clear, he just disappeared up the road.
Yeah, both Bright and worried about because Toyota is OP round here. With the EOS, they just clear off at the final corner.
Yeah, especially that final corner because the straight is so long.
Yeah, I ended up lapping Sleepy. I don't know how that happened.
Sleepy had to take a pit stop. I believe he had damage. I don't know what happened because Sleepy was so far ahead. I don't know. I think there might have been some contact at some point, but he ended up going round. I believe he had some damage or dead tires, and he had to take a pit stop, and then he dropped out.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole race I was just pushing like hell. The new track felt so much better than the old one.
Really? It looks a bit nicer, I have to say. I drove a few laps of it, and I didn't like the old one.
Yeah. I say I'd gone into the new one completely blind, didn't know what to expect. But as once I'd gone off at the first corner, just completely locked up on cold tires, I was fine. It was great. I could get myself up to speed really quickly, and I'd just clear off. And yeah, that whole race I was thinking, come on, I've still got 20 minutes. I've still got 10 minutes. I can still catch the lead. I can win this. I can win this. And then I got to about 5 minutes to go. I called up to Colin. I'm like, I might get second, but I'm not going to get first.
Yeah, you had some really intense battles with Sleepy in the middle of the race too, and you guys were battling so hard. The front two kind of checked out a little bit.
Yeah, that's what kind of worried me. If it weren't for a few mistakes early on in the race and the battle with Sleepy,
yeah, it looked like early on you were hit off at some point. Do you know? Did you see much of that? Quite early in the restart, it was going into the final sector. You kind of appeared to get rear-ended and went over the grass.
I don't think I got hit. But I think I just spun off.
Yeah, it looked like on the stream that you were hit by a certain someone.
Yeah, I'd done that a lot on the old track.
Yeah.
And one just locked the rears, round it goes. Tried to catch it, but yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, Josh. I'll let you get on, and I'll try and interview some other people. Thank you so much for making the race so exciting towards the end. Cheers, bye-bye. Thank you, cheers. Bye-bye. Right, let's try and get Khan in for an interview.
Hello.
Hi, Khan. How's it going?
Not well.
How was that?
I'll tell you, my heart was pounding throughout a good majority of that race.
Yeah, you were in like wheel-to-wheel intense like boost battles the whole race. We had actually between second and third some crazy battles that were going to the line. What they were doing was they were using their boost in very different ways, and Bakker, who came second, was just holding on throughout the lap and then unleashing all of his boost in the final corner and building up a second over Josh. How did you find kind of managing your boost around this circuit where it's so sensitive to it?
Yeah, it was hard with the track switch, especially because I found that I was running out of boost because of how the track's laid out. But my general strat was to save as much as I can for that final straight to get to top speed as quick as possible to build that gap. And it also helps when you're drafting down the road. You already get that little bit of boost, and then you can just really send it up the inside.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw you having some absolutely fantastic battles. What was it like racing with the other guys today? Could you kind of trust them, or were you always kind of keeping your guard up?
It was frustrating, mainly because, everybody wanted the line that I was on, even though I was already on it, and that caused, a few, bumps and pushes here and there. So it was a little frustrating trying to navigate that. I know while we were waiting for everybody to get in slowly, just kept telling everybody, not every corner is a chance to overtake, but it just felt like every single corner they were trying to overtake, and it just was never the right time, and it just lost us everybody time at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's one thing I always find frustrating when people go for moves when it's way too far back. It just ends up slowing you both up. Like Joshua Brooks and Sleepy, who were in third and fourth at the time, kind of fell behind the leaders because they were battling so intensely. You got to definitely pick your battles, especially in cars like the prototypes where you can lose time so quickly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much for talking to me, Khan. I hope you have a good
No
evening.
problem.
I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.
All right. Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, you too. Let's see. I'm trying to message Colin, seeing if he'll do an interview, but I think his microphone isn't working. I'll see if we can get any more interviews in. We can maybe do one more. Okay, I'm guessing that's going to be last call for interviews. Okay, I'm going to end the stream there then. That was a bizarre 4 hours of my week, but it was fun nonetheless. Oh, hang on, I got a message. Here we go. Okie dokie. So, right, I'll be heading off. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this. It was a particularly bizarre stream, and my brain is dying of anxiety, but it's okay. We made it. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'll see you in 3 weeks. Bye, guys.